Oh no! I don't want to go to sleep. It's early. It's raining as well. Let's get to work, fellas.
I'll tell you about this on stream because it's gross and funny. All right,
Gross
you
and
both
funny.
ready?
Oh yeah.
All right, 3, 2, 1. Hello everybody, welcome back. Stardew Valley. Nice chilled stream. I just picked. Was that our first cauliflower? It may have been.
I think maybe, yeah.
75 energy. We need to just
Sell
store
them.
up loads of stuff so we don't have we never have energy problems ever again.
Yeah. We're also gonna need to level up our endurance just in general.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
Ready.
what is our plan for the first thing we're gonna do? Do you wanna? Why don't we?
We need to upgrade our tools. So I'm
Yeah,
gonna
let's just keep mining. Yeah.
I'm gonna take my mining pick and
You don't have
upgrade
enough
it.
money.
Oh, I don't have it. That's a good point. Did you sell all the cauliflowers?
There was only one. That was the one that grew from a random seed, I think.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So then as soon as we have that, we can start. I'm gonna fish because rainy days are good for fishing.
Fishing's boring.
It is, but
All right, we can.
you usually
still
ramble
need
about
more.
things.
We still
go
need
to
more
the mine.
copper. We still need more copper, so let's go to the mine. Yeah.
Do you need- I could go in. Ooh. I'm getting myself
One
a
wolf.
cutscene here.
You telling me you didn't
Yeah.
empty your inventory before you finished the previous session?
No, I didn't.
You absolute amateur.
You scrub.
Oh yeah, we should go this way. Addaway, this way.
Hey, to where?
The mine, trust me.
I don't trust you.
So
Oh, you're
bought the
showing him-
least- I bought the least appetizing product I've ever heard of today.
All right.
Rice.
Artificial saliva.
What? Are you bad of
What?
your throat? Or what?
Oh,
What's it
it's-
for?
It's for sore throats,
Yeah.
and it basically is just kind of gel stuff that sticks to the back of your throat and helps with sore throats. But yeah, they could have named it someone else.
Nice.
Well, it works as the basic principle of saliva. I've had it once, and it's really
Yeah,
good.
It's pretty good. Yeah, it's helping a lot.
Yeah, I needed it a little bit today, but I don't have any. So I make do with hot coffee.
What? It's a terrible idea.
That's good. It's coffee and hot.
It sounds like a
Doesn't sound like
pretty
it
bad
would do
idea.
the same thing.
No,
Aw.
not quite.
Beautiful woman is delivering a dinner to me. Thank you very much.
Dinner.
Oh, great. We're going
That's
to
right.
listen to Cristo eat his dinner on stream.
Look, I'll be careful. I lost track of time. Sorry,
We lost track of time and of dinner apparently. I got a catfish.
I did completely lose time. Well, excuse me.
I did.
Which floor did you go to, by the way?
20. I'm on 21 now.
Okay, I will come join you.
Getting some of the spare copper. Why is that no music? I guess
Oh,
the wind
did you
sound
disable it?
is the music.
It'll probably reset when. Oh god, there's these freaking things.
I think when it rains, there's no music outside if it rains, but not necessarily in the mine.
I think it's just wind noises. That's what I got right now.
Oh, that's the best music.
Oh, didn't even drop anything. Yeah, it's you,
I
by the
don't-
way, that I'm hearing myself through, by the way.
I don't understand how.
Souls, you traitor.
The internet is confusing sometimes. Don't blame yourself.
I don't understand how you can be hearing yourself. How does that even work?
I don't know.
I have my headphones on.
I didn't hear myself actually. I heard Colonel, which means it must have been you.
Well, I have open back headphones. That's true, but like,
But then how would I hear you being heard from your own headphones? Anyway, well,
I
it doesn't
don't-
matter.
that's a good point.
It doesn't matter.
I don't understand. I have my headphones on. The microphone's
understand.
not possibly
It does.
for hearing that.
It doesn't matter.
Well, then why bring it up?
Well, I thought it was okay. It matters
Brutal,
enough to bring
brutal.
up, but not enough to talk about more.
So one
Anyway,
thing,
I found the way down. It's up here.
so one thing we're always gonna have trouble with, is gonna be upgrading our pickaxes,
Why is that?
because we have to upgrade 4 of the pickaxes, or 3. Sorry,
Why?
not 4.
Why 4? Well, we have
3.
to upgrade 3 of everything.
Yeah, but like
Oh, everything.
everything.
We don't actually. Like, we don't all need a watering can.
Exactly.
Although I think we should kind of, because
Oh yeah,
Otherwise-
eventually.
we're gonna get like bad division of labor.
Exactly.
You know, someone's gonna be stuck with the I don't want to be the watering can guy, that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
But the next thing we need to spend money on for sure is backpacks for me and Addaway.
Yes. Okay, so instead of upgrading the pickaxe, you're gonna go with the backpacks,
Definitely.
which is what I was sort of hinting at last episode.
How much
Yes.
does that increase the carrying capacity?
Double, yeah.
Double.
It's more than double because right now you have something. You always have some slots taken up by your
It's
tools.
true. It's
You
kind
guys
of
get a whole new bar. It's pretty good. These catfish are nasty to find.
You should drop an e-copper so we can store it more efficiently.
How do I drop it?
Just click off.
I have.
No, like you click on it and then you click off like that.
Like that, you can't show
Off the
him.
window. There you go. Here you
Yeah,
I haven't- Okay, I'll carry it.
it sometimes bounces back to you though, so it can be.
Yeah, you want to chuck it and then move away. How dare you, says Sol. How dare I not invite him to play Stardew Valley and then have the audacity to call him a traitor?
Oh no! Catfish is so difficult to find. I bet it's eel.
You found the way down here, or are we still looking?
I'm still looking.
Okay.
I think I am going to stop my recording.
Stop.
And then,
Found it.
because I need to... Oh, there's copper over here.
Oh, is there?
Because you need to eat. Is that he's stopping his?
Yes.
He's stopping his recording so he can ruin ours without ruining his.
Look, I'll move the mic away from my face.
What did he say he was eating?
I am eating bangers and mash.
But
Some
what?
sweet corn.
What?
Bangers and mash.
I have no idea what that is.
Hand grenades and paste. Just pop it down
Sausage
here.
and mash.
Sausage and mashed potato.
Okay. Well, that
Referred
sounds.
to as bangers and mash in the UK.
Oh, bangers and I see. I understand.
What did you hear?
Yeah, I couldn't. I thought you were speaking German to me all of a sudden.
What?
You know, you're foreigners. It's not foreign. You're neighbors.
Foreign.
No, I meant to say you're neighbors of each other. So languages.
No, what's how in any sense is England a neighbour to Germany?
Look, to a Portuguese folk, it all
Germany
sounds the
is
same.
1,000 miles away.
It's much closer. It's much closer together than Spain and Britain.
No,
Really?
it isn't. No, it isn't. It's
No, it
about the
isn't?
same.
Oh.
It's about the same distance.
Okay, there you go. I stand corrected then.
Well, I mean, I think I would bet that Germany is closer, but it would be very close.
Well, yeah, it could be. I can see the error, the potential error of my ways.
I think the closest point in Spain and the closest point in Germany to the UK are probably about equidistant.
I think that, yeah, I think it's, like I said, it's close.
Hmm.
If you're measuring like from London, then Germany would be closer. But
But if you measure it by the way you pronounce the word sausage, then
Ah.
it's just a lot closer. I mean, Germany.
That's definitely true. I mean, by most linguistic standards, I think.
Yeah, I think it's only fair.
Well, wait, is that true? Because doesn't German have less Latin influence?
yeah,
Yes.
So maybe, you know,
but
for England.
English is probably closer to German than like it is to French. Probably.
My stream is going to be highly engaging, but that's okay because no one wants to watch me play Stardew Valley anyway. I'm going to go and stand in the farm while I eat my dinner.
You're just ditching your chat.
Yes, more or less.
Cristo's chat, you suck.
There's like 2 people in chat.
Two people. What are you doing there?
I completely anticipate the fact that nobody wants to watch this on my channel. I just don't care. I want to play it.
He doesn't care about you. This is
More or
awful.
less, yeah.
My
Not
chat.
that I don't care about you, chat.
I hear backtracking
That I,
in your.
that I care about my enjoyment more than yours.
Is that backtracking that I hear in your words, or is that the German influence?
But that's the correct attitude
Wait,
for any YouTuber to
That's not.
have.
Yes, it absolutely is.
YouTubers should always put their enjoyment above their audience's desire to watch stuff. Well, in entertainment videos.
Yeah, it's true.
Mm,
I'll be right back.
I don't know about this.
Unless it's a business, in which case you have to do what pays the bills.
Well, especially if I would argue the opposite. If it's a business, you need to, you need to put the needs of your customers
I'm back.
first. Hi, welcome back.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Oh.
If your channel is a business, then you'd be way more attentive to what your audience.
Oh yeah, I
desires
see.
and what to
Yeah.
watch. Unless of course you're a particular kind of YouTuber whose like whole thing is like their own personal entertainment value.
Mm-hmm. And then you go.
Which is not an unsensible business strategy.
And then you go to Japan.
There are some variety streamers. It's much harder to become one.
But there are relatively much fewer YouTubers and streamers who like are purely driven on their own like entertainment value.
Oh yeah.
Almost all of them like are being watched at least to some degree because of a particular game they play.
Guys, I got a diamond out of a box in the river.
Nice work.
Yeah, and I'm gonna sell it, and this is gonna pay for somebody's backpack, I think.
Heck yeah, mine.
I don't need it anymore because I stole the money.
I'm the one that's doing like literally nearly all the mining, so I'll have that backpack.
I suppose that's only fair. So I have 3 shads.
Addaway, you should start heading home.
Catfish. I shouldn't be selling these, by the way, but I am. It's not terrible.
Yeah, I think right now we just want money.
Oh, your sausage potatoes. Yes.
Did that come through?
No, not potatoes.
Good. Accusing me.
Don't worry. Okay. I really do not understand the basic principles of your sorting mechanism because you have wood.
All right. All right.
Okay.
So, this one on the far left.
Mm-hmm.
This is stuff harvested from animals. Okay.
Yes.
This one is consumables.
Hmm.
This one is metal and stone.
Okay.
This one is seeds, and someone has screwed with the sign again.
It was me.
I suspect Addaway.
Actually, it wasn't me because I screwed with it.
It was actually me, amusingly enough. And
I had screwed with it before.
This one here is plant matter.
Okay.
Like sap, hardwood, wood, fiber, driftwood. And this one is tools.
What about consumables that are plant matter? Because that's what really confuses me.
They go in the preference is left to right. So if it fits in a category that is further left, put it in that one. We need to go to bed, by the way.
That sounds fair. Yes, we do need to go to bed. Wait, what are you guys doing? You're not in bed?
I am actually.
I'm waiting for you. I'm not waiting.
I'm first one in bed.
I heard the door. Where is? Oh, hi. Hello.
Why are you in this house?
Because
you go in your own house.
it's very cold outside.
Level 2 combat. New crafting
it's not.
recipe.
I got level 4 fishing, which allows me to make the recycling machine.
Look at that. Pretty good profit.
That is pretty good. I need to find more of that.
It's late spring. It's definitely not cold.
You don't know where we are.
Look at all the
We have a
things.
letter.
I'm
Dear
collecting.
Mercedes, tomorrow we're getting together for the flower dance. If you can find a partner, you might even want to participate yourself.
See? I wish I could be Abigail's partner.
Do we get anything for going to the flower dance?
I don't remember.
Okay.
I believe... No, actually we do. I think that is where you buy the strawberries. And we need... so yeah, we should save the money so we can buy as much as possible.
I think, didn't we determine that strawberries are not actually good?
I don't remember being
Let me get
corrected
my
on that.
table up.
Yeah.
Strawberries. Trash.
Really?
I have like
Also
a billion.
only during the egg festival. Also. Do you
Oh,
mean
it's only due to the egg festival. Okay, that's bad then.
Yeah, let me look up the what's it called? Flower dance. I mean, surely you get flowers. The flower dance.
I don't think you do, actually.
Okay, you can buy rare crow, seasonal
Okay.
plants, tub of flowers recipe. No, there's no seeds you buy at that one. Yeah, you're thinking of strawberries at the egg festival, and they suck.
Huh, okay. Well, I stand corrected.
They make you a lot of profit per item.
Mm-hmm.
No, sorry, not much profit per item, because they cost 100 and they only sell for 120.
Okay.
Whereas cauliflowers, you buy them for 80 and you sell them for 175.
That is quite a lot, actually, yeah.
Yeah.
And that's not counting the better versions of them.
Mm.
Oh, maybe that does change. What if amazing strawberries are just really, really good?
Their percentage price increases.
Oh, it's just percentage? Okay.
I believe it is. I'm not certain, but that's what I seem to recall.
I'm watering everything, though. So you guys go ahead and mine.
Hey, Zeph, how you doing?
Yeah, I'm already at the mine.
Need help? Sorry, Zeph, this is not a community multiplayer, so you can't.
Sorry.
My bad.
We are the kings of... What's the name of the farm?
T-Core.
T-Core.
That's the...
It stands for the coup almost won.
Oh,
Why am I in a
cutscene.
shop?
Oh,
Skip
it's
the
a
cutscene.
cutscene.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I'm in a shop as well. Hi. Oh,
Hi.
this is actually quite good. It's Maru. Hi,
Oh,
Maru.
no, it's 2,000 for this freaking backpack.
It is. Let me see if I can... No, you should sell things that you have, because if you sell it to Pierre, he'll pay it.
You can sell directly to PM.
Yeah, he'll pay you immediately.
Oh, as in tips. I'd love tips. Yeah, well, give me some advice.
Not tips.
Not you.
Georgia Mar.
Yeah, that's
Do not buy a membership. Or
Yeah.
you'll ruin our campaign.
Also, I don't think we have money for that.
Bum.
We just donated a strange doll to the museum, as you might be able to see.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Don't
go
ask
give him a
questions.
dwarf's. I'm gonna go give him a dwarf scroll. Where's the museum again? It's over the way, isn't it?
Dang it.
Yeah. You fishing still.
Evil Mecha Corporation.
Yeah, the political commentary's real subtle in this game.
It is super subtle.
Anything you specifically need help with, Zeph? Well, we're about to go into summer. So we're gonna start growing
We're gonna set up our farm.
blueberry. No, melons. Melons have the
Melons.
best profit per day.
I prefer cantaloupes. But melons are always
I don't know
good.
if I've ever had a cantaloupe.
You've never... What? Then you
Which are-
blame me for not knowing sausages.
Mine.
Which are cantaloupes?
Oh, cantaloupes are the tiny ones that are yellow.
Like tangerines.
No, bigger, like the size of tiny melons. They're like...
Yeah, I think I've never had those.
Oh, they're a lot sweeter. They can be a little bit spicier too. I guess it
Well.
depends.
Oh.
But they're
Thanks, Will.
different just in general.
I don't think we need help, no, Zeph. I mean, what's like... Oh yeah, tell me how, Zeph, that's what I want. There's 120 floors, you get a permanent stamina today increase. Yeah, it would be good to do the full mines, but we need more time for that. I'm going to mainline the mines once I finish eating my dinner, but I am eating right now. The thing I actually want to know is how do I mainline...
What we want
Don't
is
like
the...
melons? How do I mainline sprinklers?
Oh, that's gonna be... You're not gonna need iron for that. The thing about our current priorities though are getting the bus working as soon as possible. So if we can, if we can get the bundles done.
We're gonna build a main bus.
They have a bus. It just needs fixing.
Do you use inserters to pull stuff off the main bus? How do you balance the bus?
I'm not. The sausages are all over again. What is this?
It's, Factorio jokes.
Oh, I'm very uneducated.
Who planted new seeds?
Not me.
Oh,
I didn't.
That's not seeds. That's.
I'm going back to
Mines.
rewater everything. By the way, don't bother.
I've got it.
Okay, because of leveling up farming and things. But it's fine.
We've upgraded sprinklers. When you upgrade your farming skill, mine a lot of iron and make furnaces. We have 3 furnaces. Do we need more than that?
Oh, Harvey's. Is it Harvey? Yeah, no, it's not. I don't remember his name. The old fool. You guys are not getting to know all the people in town. What sacrilege!
I don't give a crap.
They're such nice people, except for the mayor. He's the worst.
Yeah, Zeph. Colonel, for some reason, thinks the mayor is like the Illuminati.
He's not the Illuminati. He's the mayor.
My watering.
He's the mayor. He's like he's basically a dictator. He's never elected for one.
All right, we've got 7 days left. We should grow some garlic. No, some potatoes. Can I?
Okay, go ahead.
If
You have until 4 p.m. to buy things.
Good to know. Okay, I'll try and go over there before then, but I don't know if I'm going to make it.
Oh, you have plenty of
If
time.
I don't make it, I won't get potatoes. Instead, I'll get something else. Garlic, I guess.
You have plenty of time.
No, don't eat spring onion. I don't know if I'm going to make it. It's going to be close.
You have plenty of time.
A quality sprinkler is 1 gold, 1 iron, 1 refined quartz.
Oh, it's
They
gold.
sprinkle all 8 tiles around them.
Okay.
Right. No, go in.
You did it. Hey, kitty. Yeah. Have you guys been petting the cat, by the way?
No, of course not.
You have not been petting the cat. You have to pet the cat. Seriously, you have to. Otherwise, he doesn't love you.
I
What
don't get
cat? I haven't seen a cat.
It's farming level 6.
I've petted him for today, but, like, you're all
You
heartless
only do it
people.
once a day.
Yeah. It's weird.
I haven't even seen a cat.
He's around. I heard him purr, by the way, just now.
Normal sprinklers are a waste, apparently. Okay.
Either that or it was a motorcycle on the A1.
It might well have been.
on the exit to Surrey or something. Or Milton Keynes. Milton Keynes is the best town.
Milton Keynes is not the best town.
That is most definitely not the best town.
That's where Red Bull Racing is. It must be the best town.
I'm gonna need some help watering if I'm gonna get all this planted before the end of the day, please.
I can do that. Also, why it's got an amazing name. That sounds like a name of a person. It's Mr. Milton Keynes.
That's one of the best lines in a Pratchett book. Milton Keynes was built to be a modern and efficient city. This is very amusing to the people not living, who don't have to live in Milton Keynes. Look, it's funny.
I assume it is. Especially if you don't live in Milton Keynes. Okay, now.
Milton Keynes is like it's just Milton Keynes.
It's not very nice.
I bet it's lovely. You guys have never been there.
Just a hell of endless roundabouts.
That's you don't like roundabouts?
No, I just don't like lots and lots of roundabouts.
I mean, if I lived in Britain, I wouldn't like roundabouts either.
Why not?
Roundabouts are fine.
Because
They're
you drive the wrong way.
They're fine, but you can have too many of them.
You can't.
Then it breaks up a city.
I have no idea where you have anything.
Everything is in the logical box.
Logical box.
There will be no complaining.
You will eat my sausage and the mashers and grenades.
I'm sure Milton Keynes is fine. It's just one of those like commuter towns that are all god awful and soulless.
I'm sure it's fine. It's just that it's god awful.
Well, it's just like one of those commuter towns down the M4 corridor.
Yeah, they're not very nice.
Around London.
That's sort of amusing to me, living in a relatively small country. We don't have, like, yeah, there's some reputation to certain towns here and there, but just mostly very specific. Like, I don't know, this one town makes this sort of pottery for some reason, and because it's like a cultural staple, and you sort of know about it. Or this town over here makes this cake that's really nice, or something. Or this one has a castle and it's nice, or whatever.
Yeah, Milton Keynes sucks.
Doesn't have a castle?
No, it's new.
It has nothing.
Okay,
was
it sucks.
in the 1970s or whenever it was.
It sucks, yeah.
Its
yeah.
one football team was a team that moved from in London to Milton Keynes and has changed its name and is now the most hated football team in the entirety of England.
You have to head home, guys. It's bedtime.
No, it's too late. Too early. The opposite.
No,
You're
half
right.
nine.
No, you're right. Sorry. My bad.
You should go on foraging expeditions. Go north, because I'm going south.
What is that?
I'm cutting down wood right now. Where's Colonel from? Colonel is from Portugal.
Mm-hmm. And so, yeah, we like that sort of love-hate relationship to certain towns. Even though it is tongue-in-cheek, I'm sure. Because you don't really mean it. You love Milton Keynes.
To an extent, tongue-in-cheek.
Rivalries are definitely just tongue-in-cheek in the UK. They're not at all genuinely and
yeah. You guys are not famous for having hooligans or anything.
Look, at least we're not Russia.
Oh, that's true. I mean, yeah. So we just
that's true for most of Britain's across everything. We're pretty bad, but then there's always a country that's worse than us.
Yeah.
Yes, this is true.
Whatever it is.
Although we're very lucky America exists because we're pretty bad on a lot of stuff.
America is worse.
Obesity, drinking levels,
imprisonment.
Well, everybody is better than America in imprisonment.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah.
Even South Africa.
Which is hilarious when you consider the fact that China exists.
And that they're the land of the free. So
that is also funny. You need to be heading home.
Not for the people in jail, it isn't.
What is this? How do you have a lamp?
I have a lamp? Oh, because I have a ring, and I'm also better than you.
Does the China figure include all the people in the camps?
Oh, yeah.
Maybe not.
Probably not. That's like, what,
I don't
800,000?
I thought it was like 2 million.
Significantly more than
Oh,
that.
yeah, I think it is more, yeah.
But I mean, there's like there's questions about like, I mean, China obviously fudges everything, and also like if you get to go home on a Friday once a week, are you in jail? Probably still yes, but I don't know.
No.
It's weird.
You're not.
I mean, you have to be there all the rest of the time. So
Yeah, but like, look at Epstein. He had that deal. He wasn't in prison.
I'm in bed, by the way.
Let's do this. I mean, not do this.
China would arrest me if I go there.
Oh, they would.
That's
Your hair. It's outrageous. No, wait, that's North Korea. I'm sorry. I'm mixing up. I'm sorry. Mayonnaise machine. This is very important. We must get eggs. Also, we have the sprinkler. Do you guys have that already?
Addaway, you should go. Yeah, no, we don't. But we're gonna go
On
straight
iron.
to. We're gonna go straight to better sprinklers.
You need
Okay.
iron.
Also, go get your
You
backpacks.
should buy you should buy a backpack. I already have.
You already have.
Okay.
Oh.
You know a guy in Sinkiang? Cool.
Oh, it's Wednesday. You can't buy a backpack.
What? Why?
Is it shut?
It's Wednesday. Yeah.
It's closed on Wednesdays.
Yeah, it's like a holiday here, except it's all week, every week.
What's wrong with the weekends?
What is this? 1973 Great Britain?
Do you know that here in Portugal
That's an incredibly specific political reference.
here in Portugal on Mondays butchers are closed. Sorry?
I didn't
You
get.
get like you didn't really get it. It's just a 3-day week under
Yeah, no.
what's his name? Edward Heath.
Not all of us are political history.
Do you not remember the miners went on strike?
Do
and
I
there was
not
no vote?
remember the?
Oh, I don't know this.
No, I don't remember it. But I
It was
know
like
about
10
it.
years before I was born.
10 years. 1973 was 10 years before you were born, was it?
20.
20 like 2.
Margaret Thatcher is the worst British Prime Minister. Changed my mind.
Who said that?
I define worse.
The worst one is always going to have something to do with like declaring a war.
Then she's wrong. The worst prime minister is Theresa May.
Theresa May might.
No, I mean, and on like she literally did and achieved nothing. She was a
Yeah, but that's my point. So the worst one is going to be someone that declared like a dumbass war, which is worse than nothing.
Well, I mean, yeah, but I mean, apart from
Worst was
what's
Neville
his name?
Chamberlain. That's absolute horse crap.
I like how I said who said that as if I were defending
Apart
Thatcher.
from who was it? Eden. No one's done stupid wars since the war. Was it Eden that did to us, or was it?
Well,
no.
all right.
I remember.
I submit Blair for contention.
Yeah, I was gonna say Blair or
Blair.
Thatcher.
I don't see how Blair could ever be considered the worst prime minister.
really?
He achieved way too much domestically to be. In
He
that
did do a lot of fairly good stuff domestically, to be fair, which you know
It matters.
should be acknowledged. He did also
It also did bring the whole global.
quite a lot.
Yeah, but also Bush had a play in that as well.
I don't. You can't call it mass murder.
Like at
Tony
least
Blair
parts,
is-
parts of it you definitely can.
Tony Blair is not a war criminal, and people just stop saying it.
I mean this is a weird conversation, but
He's not. If he was, he would have been indicted by the ICC.
Oh, that's never a thing. Look at a McCain.
it's not a good metric.
See it? Yep.
Why is McCain a war criminal?
I have no
Well,
idea.
just look at his record.
I mean that's not a very good
What,
answer.
what did he do?
Why is Addaway a criminal? Look at his record.
I don't know. I don't have the presence of mind to know this. Where is the flower festival?
Oh, it's out in the woods.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know.
We all have to go. I guess we'll have to go. Anyway, we'll have to go.
I remember reading about it, basically.
Forever to kill this guy.
Everybody's gone from town. Also, I have 4 daffodils.
It's a good idea, Zeph.
Do we still need more copper?
How much is it per upgrade?
I
2,000, right?
I think it is 2,000, but I don't know if the price doesn't increase. Do we still have time to... Oh, you guys are still here? You guys are not going to the dance?
I'm down
No.
the mine.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess we're not doing the dance today.
Yeah, I mean,
I just ruined the tree. I'm sorry.
It's so dark down here. I'm like on level 31.
Get a ring. Do you want my ring? I'll give you my ring.
Your ring?
I have a ring that shines a little bit.
Oh yeah, that would be great.
Cristo
I
has seen
you
it.
increase. Crete.
Where the hell is the down ladder?
I want your opinion as a foreigner. What do you think Greece is like? Well, I was in Greece not very long
Hot.
ago. It was hot. Extremely good sailing conditions because it was really hot and really windy.
Are they still bankrupt?
Greece, they're not
They are right
actually.
now.
They were never bankrupt.
That's true.
You know, basically bankrupt.
Aren't
Yeah.
we all?
Didn't they? What happened
No.
with their? They had like a anti-austerity guy who wanted to attempt to like just cancel their debt,
Yeah.
Yeah,
and
they
he
never
was
went ahead.
Like, nah, you're right.
and then I think he eventually didn't because
Yeah.
that would be insane.
Well, he kind of did what the Brexit lot did, where he was like, yeah, because we did a referendum, that means you have to like give me what I want.
I thought that was hilarious. Like,
And
we
he was
voted
like-
to say that we don't owe you any money.
that's a good, that's a very easy vote to win, I would
yeah,
say.
it's a really good way to never get lent money ever again, and then
That
get
too.
kicked out of. Like,
I did see recently actually that apparently like Germany's like 30-year bond yield
It's
is like
'cause it's
gone
Wednesday.
negative. It's gone negative, so now like banks have to pay Germany money to lend money to Germany,
That's pretty funny.
which I'm sure can't happen in practice, but it's still really funny.
But what do I think Greece is like? It's not very pretty anywhere except the like really old bits. Like all the cities and things looked like kind of slummy. Nicest way possible.
So here, endearing himself to the Greek audience.
Yes.
I mean,
we have already
I'm
alienated all
being Very
Russians.
genuine. In fairness, like I was in
And-
Romania recently, much worse.
Everybody from Milton
Um,
Keynes. Everybody from Romania now. Everybody
Although
that likes
Greece
McCain.
Did
Or
produ-
the other
Sorry.
one. I forgot.
It's true. Whoever else we talked about. Greece did produce Stavros Esniakos, who is my favorite shipping magnate.
That's
So
Only you would have a favorite shipping magnate.
he named the tall ship. The tall ship I used to sail on was named after him because he like funded most of it. But yeah, it's pretty on brand. I agree.
That is massively on brand.
I still can't understand any of this sorting thing. I'm gonna make my own sorting stuff because this is awful. Where's all the wood going? You guys
In the plant one.
in the plant
I
one?
didn't
What isn't
make this.
plant?
I have no responsibility for this nonsense.
What isn't plant?
Yes, it is.
It's
What are you talking about? You need an animal.
it's not an animal. It's a thing. It's a building material. I know my things. Also, we're gonna need iron to make a recycling machine.
Well, yeah, I mean it's pretty.
I am getting some iron a little
Did
bit.
Greece?
but-
Why did Greece get such a bad debt situation? Did they just go to austerity
Because
way too
they-
late or something?
Because they lied to the euro about how much debt they had. How big their deficits were. Yeah, they falsified their numbers to get into the euro.
That's pretty funny.
That sounds. Oof. I'm gonna make a
That must have been a
recycling.
really interesting transaction when you transferred government debt into a different currency. Did they take out big loans from the euro in order to pay back all their non-euro debt?
I have no idea.
Okay, so I'm gonna make a recycling machine next to our selling machine because I think that's sort of okay.
I don't have energy. That's annoying.
And that way, I can start working on things that I want. Oh, what you did? What is that? No, but that's bad.
No, because we need to. I mean, you want to be taking stuff out of here and then putting it in here and then.
But it only happens every once in a while. That's fine.
Well, here, how about this?
No, don't do it now. You ruined my item.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's my bad.
It was junk.
You're right. That's my bad. I'm sorry.
It was literally junk.
We should
No,
be
this
doing,
is
broken
unsustainable.
CDs and we should be doing broken CDs and broken glass, though.
Oh yeah, yeah. Just wait for that one to be done. That's gonna give you cloth, I think. I'm not really sure.
Having two items will make you more notice. Poland is great. Go to Krakow. Where does Souls live? It's is it Krakow?
Krakow's where you go if you go to visit Auschwitz. I do want to do that one day.
Okay.
I'm not sure I do, to be honest. Like I feel like I already appreciate the sadness of the Holocaust as much as I'm gonna, and I don't really enjoy just being sad. So I don't think that's something I would do, to be honest. Like if I felt like I had failed to connect with the horrors of the Holocaust, then I could see it. But I mean, obviously, I'm not saying like I completely understand what it was like to be in the Holocaust or anything like that. But I feel like I understand it about as much as I'm gonna.
Yeah.
It has the royal castle. That does sound pretty cool. The royal Castile would be even more impressive.
That's
You've been to a
here
concentration
in Spain.
camp, but it wasn't very deep emotionally. I think that's probably
Wasn't very deep emotionally.
a personal thing, right? But yeah, I don't think it would.
I can't believe you're waiting for that. It's gonna take all day. Don't do that.
I'm just gonna say, yeah, I'm eating still.
Okay. Oh, it's done.
I'll be right back.
It didn't take all day. The mashed potatoes are done.
Do.
No, don't eat the
I
bream.
want to eat. I need to eat some stuff. I'm too hungry.
Okay, now we have a fish box. There we go.
Nowhere near Krakow. Oh well, my parents went to it, and they went to Krakow, and that's where they went from. No idea how far it is in actual distance, but that's where they went to go from.
What's that? Sorry,
You were just making background noise and I was laughing at you.
grabbing some sausages.
Oh, more sausages
Mm.
from Germany.
More.
Okay, now we have a fish box. Next
Isn't
up,
sausages like bratwurst or something in German? It's not that similar.
that's a good point actually.
What are you eating for?
Yeah, you're,
I had no energy.
Yeah, but you can just go to bed.
Well, it's too early.
yeah.
Oh, it's
Let's.
not now, is it?
Go and
What do
cut-
you need to make? What do you need to make more recycling machines, Colonel? I mean, need two.
No, you don't need no. You need one iron and the rest is is normal. So don't bother with
make-
it.
All right, fine.
One is enough.
Yeah, no, I saw you, William. It sounds incredibly stupid. Apparently, there was someone that ran for prime minister who said he'd been sold alien technology by Obama, and he got 50,000 votes.
Was he in the loony party?
Probably less. Yeah. Probably less than the raving loonies get. That Colonel's talking about though.
I know. I'm such an educated person, knowing about the
Well,
loonies.
the Monster Raving Loonies beat UKIP in the by-election last week.
Well, that's not a very big achievement.
It's pretty big. You could probably got like
Wow.
the 25% in the previous one.
Well, but yeah, but considering what happened to it,
Yeah, they just died.
Rip UKIP, everyone.
Not really. Not really rip.
more like riff.
More like die.
Kill it with fire.
Exactly, riff. With the fire
Riff?
thing. Yeah, rest in
Rest
flames
Fire.
or something.
Rest in fire. That's really good.
It's 10 p.m. Is everybody tired? Oh, you guys have so much. Oh, are we saving money for the beginning of the next season?
No, I'm gonna go.
I need
and
to buy a
upgrade some
backpack.
tools.
Oh,
Addaway needs a backpack, and we
That's
need
right.
some tool upgrades.
okay. Yeah, we should do it before the next season, though. The upgrades, because it takes 2 days
the
each.
current huge cauliflower crop is gonna be.
Oh, that's nice.
Fundar.
That's nice.
Yeah.
We're sort of a little bit discombobulated in that regard, aren't
I
we?
can't go to bed.
I'm waiting for you.
There we go.
Isn't the cat in bed? Because if the cat is in bed, you won't be able to go to bed.
I did once. I'm slightly allergic to cats, not very badly, but I once woke up with a cat like lying on my face, and I was having like a serious allergic reaction.
That-
Zeph has subscribed for 5 months. Thank you.
Woohoo!
Very kind, Zeph. Much appreciated. Now you have as many icons next to your name as Cody, who's not in bed.
Just gonna dump this in the one chest.
Addaway is not in bed. He's eating all the pudding.
Addaway, do not do that.
Ooh,
Put everything in one chest. So
He's
I hate
reading-
you so much.
there we
okay.
go.
But he won't be ignored.
It's more convenient for me, therefore good.
Such is the way of morals, don't you know?
The
Hey,
spirit
Zal.
of UKIP lives on in me.
It's a brave new day, it is.
Enough politics. Oh, they're finished. The parsnips.
All the
We're gonna make
parsnips.
So much money.
We shall butter these and sell them. I've never heard a
We can
parsnip.
grow. Addaway, just buy the backpack and nothing else.
Yeah.
Please.
Okay.
We need that money.
Does it equip automatically?
Yeah.
So
Can't.
we
You don't
should
have to equip it.
save Collections.
Oh, it's not open yet.
We should save the 5 gold star parsnips because they are needed for a bundle, I think.
But we're gonna grow loads more next spring anyway.
Yeah, but we need a bundle before that.
Do we? Because we're not gonna have the other spring products that it needs.
Oh, that's bad then.
Yeah, like we're gonna do all the bundles past spring.
That's gonna be bad. That's gonna set us back a
We're not
little
gonna be able to
while.
get spring done. Well, it's too late now anyway.
I'm gonna keep them over here though, because we might need them.
All right.
But the rest you can sell,
Hi, Nora.
Which
Welcome to the stream.
which means you
He
can.
sounds very happy, doesn't he?
I'm
Hang
waiting for the shop to open.
Have you invited Nora to the thing we're talking about?
Yeah, I messaged you and she said yes. Like,
Awesome.
that's what I said in the message I sent you.
Awesome. Awesome. Looking forward to it, Nora. Nora's coming to an orgy at our house. That's what we're talking about, by the way.
Yeah, that's it. I was drinking and
We timed it well.
Okay.
Hi, Carm, says Cody. Aren't you underage?
Ooh, okay.
get in the queue,
That's
Cristo.
That's a big yikes.
Big
I'm not going
oof
there.
right there.
Oh yeah, Cody, you said you've just turned 18, right?
Hey, Cody can
Come to the orgy, yeah.
No, that's not what. That's not what I had in mind.
Now we're doing a CK2 board game night.
I was looking into
I
plane
can't-
tickets, but can't.
I can't wrap my head around how that works as a board game. I'm interested to find out.
Yeah, I think it's just you need 2,000 for your backpack, right? Okay, so I'm gonna get 1 copper watering can and 1 copper hoe, because I think that's gonna be the most useful. Oh yeah, but it takes him like a day to do the bloody upgrade. I forgot
2
about that.
days actually.
2.
Where's the backpack?
Yeah, it's the day after the next.
It's the backpack looking thing on the counter.
So that's why I was saying that we need to account
Oh,
for that.
okay.
Large
Come on,
bag.
large pack.
It's a
The large pack.
the
Alright, in that case, we won't have a large hoe. Because I'm going to buy a
I
bunch
still
of
have-
garlic.
We don't need it.
The
It's
same number
mostly
of
pointless.
Oh no, I don't. No, I
No, you
mean, I don't.
So it's... What was it? Garlic I needed.
If you guys can find better weapons, like never sell the weapons because I'm still using that crappy level 2 sword.
I'll give you... Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I was going to say I'm going to give you my level 2 sword, but apparently you wouldn't appreciate that. Where'd
Oh,
you get
yours-
the garlic from? Oh, the garlic is only 2nd year. It's parsnips we need to grow.
Garlic helps to ward off the vampires.
There's no vampires yet.
Oh, guys, we're going to grow a lot of freaking parsnips.
You're buying all the parsnips, aren't you?
I bought 100 parsnips
For today?
for today. Get ready, guys. We're going to plant. Guys, start
Cristo,
watering, start
Cristo,
watering
wait.
first.
You can't do that. You can't do that.
Why
Because there's no time. It's only
Just 4
28
days.
days.
They grow in 4 days. Oh, it's 28?
Yeah.
Alright, we just wasted some money then. That's alright.
Some money.
That was all of our money.
Well,
Yeah,
save
we
it
got-
for
we
next
ju- we
year.
just- We just sold a bunch of stuff. It's fine. It's
Save-
not all our money.
Save it for next year.
Yeah, we can grow them next year. I thought it was a 30-day season because all seasons in EU4 are 30 days long. Do not put the parsnips in the freaking seed chest. You
It's
savages.
4 weeks. Yeah, those parsnips are for the bundles. If you want to deliver them right now,
We need
you
a
can do
bundle
it.
chest.
Yeah. Go ahead and try the bundle and if you can scavenge.
All right, I'm
it's always nice.
gonna put a chest outside each of you savages' doors.
Ah,
And if you want to just stick stuff in a chest, put it in your chest.
nice.
We shouldn't do that.
Nora says, please don't let them call me Nora IRL or I will die.
Don't worry, I will enjoy the confusion of calling you your real name, which I don't know whether or not it's public information.
Well, no, it isn't. Okay.
So yeah, but I will revel in the anarchy that will cause, because it'll be very funny.
Why would you call her?
But I'll be calling Nora is Addaway's dog's name, which is why it's her screen name.
Oh, right. Okay, that makes sense.
It's not her real name.
Because you're gonna call Addaway, right?
We tend to be pretty good in real life at just using our correct names.
Oh.
But that's when we were at an office.
Yeah, but we did it when I was at yours as well. Not too much trouble.
It's true.
Serge and Vincent are your real names, by the way.
Zeph, I can't give you VIP because mods can't be VIP, I don't think. The point of being a VIP is so you can post links. Calling his girlfriend a dog's name. Yeah.
No, she picked the name, not me.
Is that when you're gonna play the CKG board game? It is when I play the CKG board game. Hey, you wanna do something cool? Here, let me turn on my face cam and I'll show you the CKG board game.
Are you gonna tweet about it as you play it?
I'm debating. Oh god, that's huge. Hello. My hair looks hilarious right now, but anyway.
That's huge. That's your hair that you're referring to.
Oh, by the way, have I shown you guys
Make
this?
some hashtag content.
Exactly.
Check this out. You guys, I mean, you guys. I feel sorry for the but look at this. You know what this is? That is 1/3 of the text of the Count of Monte Cristo. I have it framed on the wall of my study. Always.
You've had that for ages.
I haven't looked in a mirror all day, and my hair looks really freaking weird.
Do you tend to look in mirrors?
No.
Good.
I just said I haven't looked in a mirror.
I haven't looked in a mirror probably in the last like 2 weeks.
Well, there are mirrors in my bathroom, so when I brush my teeth, I tend to look.
Yeah.
You need to close your eyes for that. You are
Gig out.
doing such a terrible job of being a man. Honestly, Cristo. What is this?
Represent.
Represent.
Man, you're a typical Twitch streamer right now. No, if I was a typical Twitch streamer, I'd have to be like, you know. Anyway.
Purple hair. That kind of
Purple
thing.
hair, yeah, and on Mixer.
Oh yeah.
It's the other way to be a Twitch streamer right now. Anyway.
And also earning.
Man, Mixer must be paying them like so much money to move.
Outrageous amount of money.
Like farcical sums of money.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with that.
It's got to be millions for someone like.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Like,
Yeah, and they're giving away a huge amount of free subs that they're probably gonna get. I reckon at least like 50% renewal rate on, so they can make an absolute killing. They got 500,000 subs to them today.
Wow.
They will always turn a profit, though. So it's never a matter.
I mean,
matter
yeah, I mean, they definitely need to do it because Mixer was like dying. There was no one used Mixer.
Yeah.
Sometimes it takes something like this.
Nice Warframe behind me. Thank you very much. Were you here when I explained what it is?
I destroy everything all the time. I'm
You did
terrible.
recognize this t-shirt, Giga. I'm wearing the t-shirt you gave me. All right, yeah, so this one over here, by the collections box, this is for, you know, things, bundles.
Oh, sounds good. That's a really good method. Yes.
All right, so.
So how much money are our Mixer offering you, Tristan?
Three is how much.
Anyway, I'm gonna get rid of this face cam. Oh yeah, no, sorry, I forgot why I turned the face cam on. I want to show you the CKT board game. Just the box, anyway, because you'll see the whole thing. But yeah, I still haven't decided how I'm actually going to broadcast CKT board game.
I don't get it. I don't
It's
understand.
large.
I'm so confused.
I mean, it doesn't seem like it's that like.
And you know what the CKT board game?
You just have a camera and a microphone, and then you zoom.
Yeah. So how do I get a microphone? I mean, I have to plug it into a laptop, I guess. So you know
Oh,
what
yeah.
else the CKT board game comes with? A DLC.
Oh no. Really?
It's extremely on brand.
It comes with an expansion pack. Yeah, it's just pretty funny. Keep the face cam.
Yes, they want to see your beautiful hair.
We could. If you really wanted, keep the face cam.
I'm just gonna.
Don't you want to go with small face cam though?
Small face cam.
Full small face cam meta. How about that? That looks beautiful.
Yeah, actually, to be fair, doing CKT board game would be actually quite difficult. You'd want the camera to be like vertically over the playing board, wouldn't
Exactly. It's extremely difficult. I did an unboxing video, by the way, chat. Look forward to that. I stacked a bunch of things on top of each other and then put the camera on it so I could have it facing down. But then the camera was angled 90 degrees off where I was standing, so I had to like look at the board game sideways. It was quite an experience.
Isn't looking at something sideways like meaning it's something mean? I'm looking at you sideways.
William in chat is asking me about any news about the release date of Mayo and Taxes. Does he realize that the other person in chat right now is the creator of Mayo and Taxes?
But he doesn't know anything about this. Cristo, answer the person.
I don't think I'm going to be able to answer him. Who dumped Addaway, you son of a bitch?
What?
Dumped all this crap into my box.
That might have been me.
How good of a camera have you got, Cristo?
Not very. I'd have to get a better camera.
He makes up for it with the hair.
Okay.
The unboxing is pretty low quality. It's like
Yeah.
it's probably like slightly below 720 quality.
I want to get a good camera as well.
Well,
I
you
want
could get a
to.
good camera and then bring it.
I mean, yeah, but like I mean, the camera I want to buy is like £600.
Buy it.
And,
That's
yeah.
why?
Well, it's not me need to convince it's Nora.
Oh,
She's skeptical about me buying a camera. She thinks
I would be skeptical as well. £600 for a camera?
Well, it's like a DSLR.
Oh, okay, that's pretty cheap.
I
Which
see.
might mean it's bad.
It's a Nikon something or other.
You're in the presence of the creators of the
I want
best-
to. I've got an eye on future videos that would involve me being on camera. So, and that's half of it, and the other half is just having a cool camera to take photos with.
If I were you, I'd just buy an iPhone.
I literally have an iPhone, but I want a proper camera.
Not that I ever
I
had an
have
iPhone.
a fairly decent camera. I could try recording on that, but I like being able to see a live feed.
Doesn't it work with a good phone though?
Oh, with a screen that like flips around so you can see what it's seeing.
Well, no, but I mean, I'd rather have a camera I can plug into my computer for this.
Ah, right, okay, makes sense.
What did you say, Curl?
I was
Record on
asking
the
if
phone?
it, yeah, recording on a
I
phone.
don't
Right?
think my phone would be very good. I mean, let me have a look.
I mean, it's better than the webcam, at least in my.
It's a fairly good webcam.
The main thing I find about like, because I've got my
Probably
iPhone
is
camera.
better actually.
My iPhone camera is like really good. The problem is you do any kind of zooming and it completely collapses immediately. The
Mine
quality.
actually does have optical zoom, which is pretty impressive because most iPhone cameras until fairly recently don't have any optical zoom, which is why you can't zoom in. But I think the one I have actually does.
No, I mean, I have a 10R. I don't think mine has optical.
Oh,
zoom.
okay. That's weird because mine definitely does.
Oh,
Bedtime, by the way,
okay.
guys.
Yeah, I'm going back.
maybe I'm wrong, but I didn't think it did.
Loaded
they
with.
they have a Patreon. You can link your Patreon if you want.
But I used a DSLR at the music festival we ran recently, and like, it's so nice. Like you just like zoom in stuff really far away. It's all clear, and you get like nice like focus, like foreground or background. You can change it really easily. Just like really nice. So
Go to bed.
And I'm bad.
it's the next thing I want.
Ah, sorry.
Nora just says no.
See?
Nice. I went level 2 and level 3 farming that
All
night.
I'm saying, Nora, is that I'd rather buy a camera than like IKEA furniture. I think that's pretty reasonable.
But you can never have too many shelves. Like,
That's a roast right there.
you need to buy more shelves. Whoever you are, wherever you are in the world, you need more shelves.
Giga, why am I
you?
getting added in your Discord? Oh, come on, can't be such where he's showing off the shirt.
Okay, we got some interesting things going on in here. Is anybody going to the mines today?
Yeah, actually, I was intending to.
Okay, I'm going there. Somebody do the.
I need this chest thing.
Sorry. I'll pick that up later. Don't worry. Oh, and don't forget to go and pick up the pickaxe. Whoever made it.
It's a cat.
Well, it wasn't a pickaxe that we made.
Okay, yeah. So remember the day, cause yeah, I don't want to waste it. And upgrade
Okay,
the
what
next
we doing
thing.
today?
It's tomorrow that it's coming out. Of
Okay, and
we're going mining.
yeah, I'm
Yay.
going money.
Left.
You're in my wheelhouse now.
I'm not. I'm gonna die. My sword is terrible.
So people were asking how they could support Mayor and Taxes in chat, and we said that they have a Patreon. Then Cody's just like, well, I have a PayPal, not affiliated with Mayor and Taxes, but I mean,
You know, if you want to
this
support.
is just Minecraft,
Yeah.
but 2D.
Guys, just like give to my Patreon. Like that's the main thing you want to give to here.
You should give to his Patreon, to be honest.
I only charge when there's a new video, which has been a long time now, like 7 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
That has been a
Yeah,
long
yeah.
time.
Last month you've worked
Yeah.
like almost full-time PX, right?
Yeah, pretty much. Quite a lot.
Let's go straight down to floor 30. We need iron.
I'm at floor 30 already. You can go to 31. There should be a.
Yep.
What's
I see it.
what's a DSLR? The souls.
Isn't a DSLR a type of rifle?
I don't think so.
I think it might be.
This sword is not too shabby.
sword have you got?
The level 2 one.
Oh yeah. Oh, I just found a level 3 dagger.
Oh, you were mocking IKEA naming scheme. Oh, okay.
Yeah, if you... It's good. You can go down to level 32 as well, because there's nothing...
Okay.
There's nothing here to the right.
Which ones contain iron? I've got an Omni Geode. What's that?
It's a random chance.
Thanks.
Omni Geode is good because it gives you all the things.
Oh, I only do 1 damage to these freaking skeletons.
They do take a little while.
We need better swords.
How do we get better swords, chat?
Well, you kill a lot more monsters, or you buy them.
Chat, tell us the answers.
Yeah, we require answers.
Fix our ignorance, chat.
Ah, zombie.
It's not a zombie.
What is it?
It's a zombie.
Skeleton, you idiot. Obviously.
Connor, where'd you... Help! I'm dying.
I'm coming.
I'm helping. All the mustaches. How do you pronounce it?
Mustaches, that's right.
Oh, I pronounced it. Okay, look at me. English person over here.
I only do 1 damage to skelly. I was mostly doing 1 damage.
Yeah, that sounds...
Chat, vote 1 if you want to keep facecam. Vote 2 if you want to get rid of facecam. I am not that fast.
1 for correct, 2 for
You
false.
like face cam and chat, then you should come to my stream. Yeah,
You have facecam on.
yeah, all the time.
Oh yeah, I forgot I got you into that.
Oh no, there's no way down.
My face isn't a secret anymore, so I don't care.
Oh, there's a way down. Northeast.
Hi, Zeph.
Problem is, when I have facecam on, you can see the fact that I dropped some sausage and then picked it up and ate it again.
Some sausage, if you know what I
That's why
mean.
you don't eat dinner whilst on stream?
Isn't it illegal?
Be my tentative suggestion there.
What do you want from me?
I thought it was illegal to eat
As you just said.
on
Ah.
Twitch.
Ah!
I'm gonna send you to prison.
God, this takes a while, huh?
Oh, come
My
on.
God.
Christ.
All you need is a little bit of copper. Come on.
Love. Oh,
No.
it's a film about a guy who gets into a car accident, and then when he wakes up, everyone else in the entire world has forgotten about the Beatles except him.
Oof, Zeph, I absolutely want Patreon money, yes.
So he
Give me
then
all of your money for my many great benefits. I offer.
So he then pretends to write all the songs that the Beatles wrote and becomes like a really successful artist. It's just a
Oh.
feel
Yeah.
good.
Is it good? Like, I haven't seen it.
I actually thought it was very nice, and it's sweet and kind of charming, and it's got some good Beatles music in it.
That's not... Well, is there any such thing? I don't. It's not.
What are you talking about?
Look, I can only pronounce
Beach
mustache
Trip Boy is a
barely.
fantastic song.
It is a fantastic song.
That was one of the first songs that's actually any good. That I ever
Addaway,
played.
be careful.
What? Oh, sorry. I wasn't paying attention.
There's a bat. Facecam is too tiny to see the sausage drop. Sausage drop sounds like the kind of thing that would get you banned on Twitch.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. It's like...
So, I read GameIndustry.biz because I'm a big shot, and
Who doesn't?
made an article today about Mixer's clothing guidelines are really freaking weird. Like Twitch's are really sensible. Twitch just says, I mean, they don't enforce them sensibly, but Twitch's officially are just wear something that it would be normal for you to wear in public.
I saw that on
Which is a
Mixer.
really good metric. I mean, they don't enforce it because there are people wearing stuff that
So
do not wear in public. Like,
Thank you for the bare muns.
So just-
if you mean a role on Discord, the bot should give you it by automatic.
before you talk about the specific rules that we're talking about here,
Yeah.
let's just don't forget that Ninja is... I might be wrong on this. I hope I'm not, because I think Ninja, wasn't he the streamer that said he wouldn't stream with girls because of some inane reason?
The chat would think they were my girlfriend.
Yeah.
So I'll never
So carry on.
That was pretty funny.
Yeah.
Oh, Muppet.
Absolute clown.
I mean, that's a great reason, right? To not
That's
stream with
the
someone.
best reason. Absolutely.
Absolutely, yeah. I can't think of anything wrong with it.
And now we can look at the clothing thing that you were going to
Yeah,
talk
so the
about.
clothing thing is, and if you show your shoulders, that's an 18+ stream.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there you go.
Any part of your
on
bare
Twitch?
shoulder.
No, but yeah.
Oh, Mixer. Christ alive.
On Mixer,
no wonder
yeah.
on streams there.
I mean, it's like that's ridiculous.
You know what the best part is for me? I mean, it is ridiculous, but the best part for me is that they acknowledged that that rule is gonna affect women more than men.
Well, all their rules are. I mean, obviously, most of their rules are about like referred towards women. Although I mean, that makes sense, right? Because women, I mean, for better or for worse, and that's a whole separate discussion. Like, people's purity impressions refer more to like the upper bodies of women than men.
Yeah, but the problem is
You can't put that on Mixer.
no, you can because what they're doing is they're basically solidifying in their rules the bodies of women as sexual objects. Like that cannot be right. I understand what you mean in the sense that, you know,
I don't think they're solidifying it that way. So like if they, for example, what they're doing is they're going further than society.
they're going backwards, not further.
Exactly. Yes. Further in terms of more pure.
Yeah, more yeah.
So they're going further than needed. But let's say, for example, you had rules about how much of your boobs you could show if you were a woman. I don't think it would be unfair for them to solidify the impression that boobs are more sexy than pecs. I mean, I know women have pecs as well, but they're hidden under something so much more appealing that no one really cares.
But for like that's a different discussion though. I mean,
Yeah,
it's
the
not
whole
a
thing
different.
about, like showing. I mean, but the thing is, the rules. I think the rules they do apply them equally, which is
They do
interesting. Interesting.
but that doesn't mean they are equal in and of themselves because they apply unevenly depending on the gender.
No, they exist to prevent women from doing something that they wouldn't actually care if men were doing it.
It's completely absurd, though, isn't it? Like, even if they are enforcing the rules equally between men and women, like, it's so like such a leap of logic to like, right, we're so desperate to avoid to reinforce stereotypes of women's bodies. We're gonna like make men do the same thing. Yeah,
Yes,
let's all be regressive together. That's a great idea.
Yeah.
It is comically odd. Yeah.
What
I'm about to pass out, so I need to.
Yeah, we need to go back home. Oh, I reached level a lot. I went forward than you did, and I have a
Nice.
slingshot.
I got to 38.
I got to 40.
Nice. So you unlock the door then.
Yep, and I'm leaving, so you guys can. I'm also exhausted, but.
But yeah, I mean the whole. I mean, I think not being able to show your shoulders is just that's ridiculous because there are perfectly tame outfits that my girlfriend could wear to work at a law office.
And I think that is the
you
problem.
Can't wear on Mixer, which is just absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah.
But I do think like. Well, I don't know. Someone was streaming porn on Twitch today, by the way. Sorry if you missed that.
I
If you missed that, go to Pornhub. There's better there.
You sad people. But
Yes.
first off, like that's odd, right? But secondly, does that matter? Like, I don't.
Well,
I
if
don't
it's
see people saying like, no wonder people are fleeing this platform. Like, how does that hurt you as a creator?
yeah, I think if it's a matter of legality, then sure, it matters to Twitch.
no, it's illegal. But like, as a creator, why would you flee the
It
platform?
doesn't. But
Because
I mean, yeah. In fairness, like everyone puts up with Twitter having porn on it, and no one bats an eyelid.
although
what do you mean puts up? That's a bonus.
you don't, you have. It's a good point. You have content filters though. You won't see it unless you want to.
Yeah, that's true as well. Yeah.
But you have.
Well, I mean,
watching,
there's no reason
watching,
why
guys.
there's no reason why the same things can't apply on Twitch. Is what I'm saying.
There are no. Well, yeah. So that's the thing about Twitch. You know, you have to choose to watch a stream.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sluggish, so I'm gonna go to bed.
Oh, we shouldn't have
I think the problem of course is like people who shouldn't be watching that stuff running across it.
Yeah, but that wouldn't make you flee Twitch as a content creator. It's not
Especially
the only logic I can think for fleeing it as a content creator is like, the porn's taking my views.
No.
And I think that is at the center of it, to be honest.
I don't think that's fair at all. I think if you're a creator on a platform, whether that's Twitch or YouTube, and the company is doing something through its policies which you think is harmful to viewers, say for example, Twitch is hosting pornography.
It's
and
true.
You're concerned about. Yeah, but if you're concerned about kids seeing that, you know,
I can see how people would, but
then someone might leave the platform.
Who stole
to
protest it?
Sorry, who stole my watering can?
That's the case or not.
I did.
Yeah,
I
you
don't think
didn't
it's fair to
water
sort of
everything.
say that like Twitch streamers are just sort of self-interested in this.
You need to
I
come and
suppose
water.
that's true. If
Some of them will be
over
making
here.
genuinely held points that they
Watering
believe
cats,
is the right thing to do.
I think you're right. That's true. If I was thinking about it from like separating those out into two separate perspectives, but that's not fair. I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, this is like a fairly controversial position, but I don't think there's anything wrong with children being exposed to porn.
Yeah, I'd probably disagree with that.
I think it's more of a broader society question rather than just
Oh, yeah.
reducing
I mean,
it to
Twitch
that.
should be able to
Reducing it to that.
answer
It's
that
not.
question.
Yeah, it's not just that. That has to be included in the broader spectrum.
I think my opinion is that like there's no practical way to prevent children from seeing it. So the only thing we can do is educate them. And
But
provide
that's not the. But again, that's sort of
information
not
to
the
people and
question
stuff
that
to
we're
prepare
talking
them
about
to
here.
see that because they will eventually. There's no way to stop it unless of course you live like a police state.
What did you say, Kel?
That's not really the question at all that we're talking here. We're saying
That's it.
women's shoulders are
Yeah,
18 plus.
Oh yeah, sorry. So the reason I switched to talking about the porny thing is that there are definitely those that think, with fairly good reasons, that Twitch needs stronger purity rules. Because there are definitely streams on Twitch which, whether or not anyone's naked, are obviously porn. Yeah, it's like the function of the stream is to be porn in which the person in the porn will pretend live that they care about you.
But that's already against the rules.
No, it isn't. Or at
it's-
least it's not. It's not.
It is. If it's the
certainly not
purpose of
even
the
remotely
stream.
enforced.
Oh yeah, if it's
Or
not
streamers-
enforced.
It's not even. Yeah. Yes, I don't know what the rules are. Like, I haven't read the Twitch rules.
Yeah.
But it's obviously not enforced because some of the most popular streamers on Twitch do that. And it's,
Yeah.
I personally find that kind of distasteful, but not. Like, I don't really care about it. Like, I'm not concerned for anyone.
I think Mixer's
it's
trying.
immoral to let a sucker remain unparted with their money and all that.
I think Mixer maybe trying to appeal to the people who do care, like who are in your situation
Yeah,
and
it's
do
definitely trying to
care.
be more child friendly. Absolutely.
But
Go
I
in
think
for-
it's also trying to appeal to the same people who are like, oh no, that streamer over there who has enormous boobs is stealing my views. Because there's a lot of people like that as well. And
the problem I have, I'm conflicted about this, is that like, so in principle, I feel like I should have no objection to Twitch or Mixer or whoever posting pornography or sexual content or whatever, because like literally every other site on the internet does that. No problem, does it already.
yeah.
But the problem is that the only way you do that and you have it be remotely like safeguarding at all is you have algorithms in place to prevent people who shouldn't see it from seeing it. And then I'm thinking, yeah, we're gonna have algorithms do it, are we? Yes, they're really good at their job, aren't they, algorithms? So I feel
Yeah, that's
like-
a good point.
I feel like the problem is you end up like Facebook and YouTube. Their algorithms do not do a very good job. They do all kinds of terrible things. Like YouTube's algorithms expose kids on YouTube to horrific things all the time.
Yeah.
They are so bad at like
Way worse than nudity, to be fair.
they lead kids to there are these like weird like quasi videos on YouTube like of like kids like playing and kids doing these things that like their parents have put up. It's like, and I read recently that like basically people who upload like home videos to YouTube for whatever reason, maybe they're unlisted or maybe they've set them public by mistake. It's just like their kids doing whatever. And then like YouTube's algorithm is
Promotes it to
literally
weirdos.
promoting people who have an interest in small children.
Yep.
It's like promoting them these home videos of small kids, and it's like indulging their perversion basically. It's like
Yeah.
the algorithm is they should not be trusted with the safety of anyone.
I'm just gonna begin recording again. This seems like a good time. Hello everybody, welcome back, Stardew Valley. I didn't record the start of the stream because I was eating. We're talking about children being exposed to porn and pedophiles on YouTube. It's a good time. You should leave and go and watch one of my Hoy videos instead. Right, go ahead, Abby.
I pretty much finished my point, man.
Yeah, we were raving about how algorithms are bad.
So
There's
I
other.
remember when Twitch allowed nudity in video games. Twitch does allow nudity in video games.
Still does, yeah, yeah.
Twitch specifically has a rule saying you're allowed to have nudity in video games as long as it's not the main focus of the game and as long as you don't have it on screen more than is required to advance the critical path. So you can't do optional sex scenes.
Oh, you can. I have
But
done it.
they don't. I know they don't enforce it because they don't enforce any of their rules because they are a website.
And also algorithms.
We have a copper watering can, by the way.
They were gonna check up on me. Is this sex scene on The Witcher 3 a side quest, perchance?
I feel like
All the
algorithms,
sex scenes in Witcher 3
algorithms are good, and like I feel like I can't slag them too much because like I owe my entire channel to the algorithm, but they're just not very
I
good.
mean, that's a total fallacy.
I believe, yeah.
Yeah.
My channel would not be remotely the size it is if it were not for the algorithm.
No, yeah, the algorithm is a lot better than not the algorithm. It's just that it's a lot worse.
Oh, yeah.
It seems like it wouldn't be very challenging to achieve.
I don't know if it is a lot better.
The problem is that the algorithm has got extremely good at finding videos on YouTube that someone wants to watch. The problem is it doesn't know when
What the videos
it
are.
shouldn't be showing certain kinds of videos to certain kinds of people. It doesn't understand.
Yeah.
All it understands is what people watch and like what people post comments on and what people do.
Yeah.
Watch time and average watch time and engagement and so on.
Yeah.
Click-through rate. It doesn't understand. It doesn't make hasn't got any common sense.
Yeah.
Which is the problem.
That's basically it.
There's very little disagreement here. The stealing views thing. I mean,
I think that's not like. I think that's a perception of people rather than an actual
I don't
reality.
even think many people. Oh yeah, it's definitely not an actual reality. Like if you go on Twitch because you want to see sexy stuff, you're not gonna watch some. I mean, maybe I'm not understanding the mind of the horny teenager properly, but I really feel like you would not go to Twitch and watch a Hearthstone streamer who happens to be attractive. You would go to Twitch and watch like a Twitch thought. I don't know a name that isn't Twitch thoughts.
Is that a thing?
They're called Twitch thoughts. Yes.
Okay, I've seen it done or used.
I have literally never seen any of that because I don't like.
I've watched like.
I don't ever look for that. So it's like.
The only reason I've seen it is because I mean,
people find
rabid Twitch.
Well,
thought.
but the problem is like I watch some. I follow some people who do modeling and they are like obviously attractive. So what I mean obviously is you see them and it's this is an attractive person.
To be clear, I'm not
I
saying
don't know that
anyone
happens.
attractive on stream is automatically what I would call a Twitch thought. The Twitch
Yeah, I
thought is
know.
someone who's exclusively on Twitch.
Yeah.
In order to essentially entrap people into thinking they're their online girlfriend.
I probably wouldn't use the term thought.
I don't.
What does that even mean? It's
I
true,
think it
probably
meant
not know.
that hot.
And I could be wrong, but I believe that the term originates in sort of like the really like the edge lords of the internet
Oh,
that basically hate
okay.
women.
Yeah.
That's where the term comes from. The term Twitch thought is a more mild,
More derogatory than.
used more generally, but like the word thought, I'm pretty sure comes from some pretty nasty places.
Yeah. Okay.
Fair
okay.
enough.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
That's right. That's the acronym. It's that hoe over there.
Yeah, that's
It's
what I
not
thought
a
it was,
hugely
but
pleasant phrase. I'll give you.
that's true.
Nora
but
also guessed they wanted more.
what I mean is like
Really.
certain people that I do follow and that are very attractive as well are sometimes seen as that.
Some of these,
Colonel
Right?
RPG,
Colonel, just making sure, Colonel, you should just say it a few more times so we really understand that you think these people are very attractive.
I'm not. That's not what I
don't think
mean.
You said that enough times.
I mean, like,
I know. I'm just making fun of you. Go ahead. Sorry.
yeah, but it's like because things don't happen in a vacuum, right? The mentality sort of spreads for anybody else. You know what I mean?
I'm
don't
not
know.
sure I do. I'm not sure I do know what you mean. No.
Do we still
It
need more
spreads
copper?
I think maybe no. No, actually, yes, definitely. Not much, but yes, definitely. We probably need like another 75.
More gold? Are you asking? Is that it?
No,
No.
I mean gold's also good.
I don't. I didn't hear the question. So.
He was asking about copper.
And so what I mean is then particularly women on Twitch get affected by that mentality as well. I'm not saying I'm not blaming for the lack of a better term the Twitch thoughts here on this. I'm blaming the sort of backlash.
Well, let's come up with a better term. There almost certainly is a better term already, but what can we call it that's a better term?
I don't know, the lifestyle streamers.
No, I want to say the fake girlfriends.
fake girlfriends. This is
That's the ones that I'm talking about.
Yeah,
the ones that,
yeah,
like, the
that's
idea
not-
of the
that's not a
stream
bad term.
is to try and basically make you feel like they're your girlfriend.
Mm-hmm.
And when you donate money, you're making your girlfriend happy. That's like the kind of manipulative type.
PG-13 cam girls or
Yes,
cam
more or less.
boys, I suppose.
More or less. Are there
There
cam
probably
boys
is
like
one
that?
or two. I'm
There
sure.
probably are one or two, but I don't know.
With 3 viewers, but maybe. I don't know. There's specialized sites for that. That's the thing. Is like, it is to a certain extent. It's sort of.
Okay. It's,
Sorry.
it's interesting the things you know.
You don't know. You know.
No spending money, by the way. We need all our money for summer seeds.
Yes, there's no spending money on cam girls here.
No spending money on cameos.
Anyway, yeah.
I have to. I want to work out what goes where. I need that box, Cristo.
There you go.
Cheers, drive.
I'm gonna make another box because we have a fish box already, and now we're gonna have a wood box.
I have a bat wing. What box
Actually,
is the bat
building
wing?
material box.
You do not understand why Pornhub doesn't have gaming streams. Technically, under Pornhub rules, it's not allowed to have something on it that is not porn.
I thought that.
I don't
the
think
opposite was
that's
true.
true.
I thought Pornhub allowed literally everything.
Yeah.
I remember reading that technically it's against the rules, but they actually do allow basically everything. And it came up because there was that wholesome dude. Did you read the articles about that? That was really funny.
That wholesome dude going around. Have a nice day, everybody.
Well,
Who needs
pretty
hugs?
much. There was a guy that made videos of like, I tuck you in and kiss you goodnight.
That's
POV hardcore.
that's
And it's
pretty
just-
that's
just
pretty
a guy,
porny though.
Like tapping someone and then kissing
That
them
is
goodnight.
somebody's jam for sure.
Or I respectfully decline my stepsister's advances. That was good. There are some really funny titles. There were a bunch of articles on them on Twitter the other day. It was so funny.
That's pretty cool.
Twitter
And wasn't
chat.
there
Google
that,
wholesome Pornhub. It's really funny.
Wasn't there that girl as well who put a bunch of like incredibly baity videos on Pornhub and like?
That was the gamer bathwater girl.
Oh yeah, that was her.
Like PewDiePie goes all the way inside, whatever her name is, and it's her eating a photo.
Yeah.
It's weird stuff.
Good job. Good
But,
job.
it's incredible how like, because she like her whole brand is she's like basically like constantly making fun of her audience and they like. And like the
She's a
men who
tsundere.
follow her are like so
Like a sub thing, basically.
Yeah, she's a tsundere. Just that's normal. That's a thing.
It's not normal. It is a thing. Not
Well,
normal,
it's-
to be clear, does not mean bad.
No, yeah, no. I mean, is it?
People get really touchy about that, by the way. I very much dislike it. If someone calls something not normal, that is not an insult.
Well, you say that because
Intelligence
you haven't
is
been,
rare.
you haven't had the experience of being called abnormal all your
Not
life.
normal. Don't talk.
Oh, I give up. I just put it in.
Of course I have, Colonel. What are you talking about?
No, I'm not saying that you've never been called abnormal. I have, but
Did. No, that's exactly what you said. You said you've never had.
no.
the
I mean you don't have the experience of being called that all your life. Is what I mean.
But the thing is like being called abnormal or not normal is an insult because people think it is.
Yeah,
It's an insult sometimes. That's my it's an insult
course it
sometimes.
is, yeah.
What I dislike is
The
people
word-
assuming it's automatically an insult.
Well, but
like-
it can be
In
insensitive.
other words, I don't like it when people think I'm insulting people when I'm not.
Yeah,
And it's
I
not
understand
difficult
that,
to
but,
tell
like,
that I'm not.
But it is insensitive, right?
No,
Yeah,
it
under
isn't.
certain
You're
circumstances,
not
it is.
normal if you're intelligent.
Yeah, but,
Well-
but it may that the word means what it means, but like that's not what most people believe it to mean, and they're
Right,
what
but
it
if
means.
you're having a conversation with me in good faith, and you know that I am not meaning it to be insulting, and then you take it to be insulting, that's what I
Yeah.
mean.
Okay,
So
yeah.
you're-
then,
you
But
are
if-
aware
in that
of-
case, I agree with you.
Good. Damn
But-
right.
But one thing is to assume that you mean to be insult, for it to be an insult.
I'm handling this.
The other thing is for you actually to be insulted by it, which are two different things.
What can I take to consume for energy down the line?
Oh, sorry, I stole a bunch of stuff so you can buy your backpack.
Fish are nice.
Fish, true, yeah.
Also, like random forage is good. I'm gonna go. Did you guys go and fetch your hoe? Was it?
It's tomorrow. It was the first one was a watering can, and the next one is tomorrow.
Oh, that's why you stole mine, because you didn't have enough.
Correct.
I'm gonna go continue fishing because we're gonna need somebody that's good at that.
Cool. You're abnormal for not knowing what people think normal is rude. The point is, well,
it depends on
annoys me. I expressed it badly, but you're right. This is the way to express it properly. What I'm annoyed about is when people get upset when I say something that they know I meant in a way that is not upsetting, because other people use it in a way that is upsetting.
But they can still get upset at that, and it's still their, it's still within their rights to be upset. Just
it's
like
your rights to be highly unreasonable. Yes.
No. But like, you can get upset at just watching a picture. Nobody said the picture at you, and you just watch.
You could, but when someone gets upset at something that you do, they tend to blame you. My point is that in this instance, when they know that I'm using it in a way that is not insulting, for them to get insulted, I am blameless.
It feels like you're describing experience here. You've had this specific thing.
Yeah, it sounds like it. But then again, it may.
People very frequently, like people. So the thing that I like least about people, and I am not a very, what's the term?
Sociable person?
Tactful person.
Oh, all right, yeah, all of these perhaps.
Ooh, I got melon seeds, by the way.
Oh, good. What's the term for hating people?
Misanthropic.
I'm not really very misanthropic.
Yes.
But the one thing I specifically dislike about people is when they infer something about what I mean, which is not what I meant, and which it is obvious that I didn't mean, and then become upset by it. I find that immensely frustrating.
But one thing is to become upset, another thing is to blame you.
Well,
Right?
no, I don't want them to be upset. And
But if they get, that's not your fault. Like, it's not their fault either.
No, it is definitely their fault. But I would definitely.
If somebody gets upset at a word or a picture, as I was saying, like, it's super not their fault.
I think I understand where Colonel's.
What I mean.
Where Colonel's coming from here, because what Colonel's saying is that someone can say something and you know they didn't mean it, but it can still be upsetting to hear it.
Yeah, absolutely. And if
those two things are mutually compatible.
Yeah. And if that person asks you not to say it again, please, and you say, "Oh, it's my right," then that's a different offense.
Yeah, so probably a good example here might be like misgendering someone.
Yeah.
Like even if you didn't mean to misgender them.
Yeah.
Like.
Yeah.
They can
Okay.
be upset by that, but then being like annoyed at you for doing that wouldn't be reasonable. But then being upset by it might be.
I don't know.
Yes. In that instance, yes. Let me think of an actual example, because I'm not talking really about. I'm thinking about where you say something that is, in any context, fine, but they interpret it to mean something else. Like they read in.
Wait, well, you're talking like they're doing it deliberately.
Yeah.
No,
they're deliberately misunderstanding you.
I don't know to what extent people can be blamed for the ways in which they interpret stuff. I think that's an interesting psychological question.
I think there is.
That's voluntary to interpret something.
I think there might be another thing at play here sometimes, which is judging people by the way they talk or the things they say, which every one of us does.
Oh no, I don't want to do that. So in my chat, Soul's just put out a message that includes the word thought, which is fine. But now I've clicked accept. It now says add permitted term thought. I actually do not want to add that.
Oh no.
/ban term.
So
ban _term.
No, just ban term. One word, I think. Or maybe add banned term.
Ooh, that's a lot of things that you're gonna add to chat right now. What was I saying? I was saying something. I forgot.
No, not thought.
Lambert has a good point, which is I do a lot of the time take. Well, no, see, this is all right. So this is a good example of who's blameworthy. Lambert thinks I intentionally misinterpret people, and then they get annoyed when I take them to mean what I misinterpreted them as meaning. But it's not the case.
That's sort of what you're complaining about, actually.
Exactly, yes. That's what Lambert thinks I do. But this is not what I do. What I do is I am very naive, and I take people at face value when they say things.
Yeah.
This is often a bad idea, because people don't mean what they say a lot of the time.
I think the one thing you do is because I think it's probably because you're like a philosophy background. Is that like you sort of believe people to be arguing at a more complex, more thought out way than they actually are.
Yes, that's often the problem, especially with Lambert.
Like that's shots fired right there.
Like most people when they express an opinion have not like thought through like hours worth of like a philosophical
Yes,
position
it's true.
behind
Someone
what
will
they
say
meant.
something fairly normal and standard, and I will say, but don't you realize that that means you must condone genocide to remain logically consistent?
Some people might say it also in
Like,
not.
humans are not logically consistent. Or
No,
not-
but they
or-
should
no, no, no,
be,
no.
and I will fight.
But then we wouldn't have hyperbole, though. We need hyperbole. Hyperbole?
Hyperbole.
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 Yeah. Hyperbole is used so often for everything, and you can't use it if you're gonna be like reasonable.
We're not talking about hyperbole. We're talking about basically.
How did snow get on the ground at level 43 in the mine? How does that make any sense?
Oh, you haven't seen anything, mister. No, I remember what I was gonna say. Like, we all judge people based on the way they talk, and sometimes it's innocuous things, and we just think, oh, that person must like this sort of movies or something. But sometimes it's a lot more complex, especially for people who are, I don't know, more in tune with specific sociological things that happen in society. And it depends on your background, or it depends on what things you read, or whatever, or the people you deal with. So imagine, like, I don't know, imagine you're a Trump supporter and you hear somebody talk about, I don't know, Hillary Clinton in a way that is not common to you, or it's not, it's not the thing that you usually would say, and you sort of pinpoint that person as being a Clinton supporter, for example. And you immediately have a tendency, I'm just using it as an example, to judge that person as something that wasn't explicitly said. In this context,
Wait,
like
it's straw manning, isn't it? That's what you're describing.
well, it's not. It's kind of spotting.
Because it might be correct.
It might be correct, and oftentimes it is. Like people don't talk in weird. Nobody's going around saying, "Oh, make."
I'm not sure it's a good example to use Clinton and Trump supporters because almost everyone was one or the other, and therefore it's fairly.
It's very easy
fair to use. Those
Yeah, but that's I use the example because of that, because it's a common thing.
Okay, so that's an example where okay,
Yeah,
makes sense.
but when somebody, for example, I don't know, not innocuous jokes because they're not innocuous, but sort of mainstream jokes that sometimes lose their meaning, like the attack helicopter joke about gender, which is fairly well known, and a lot of people don't know the meaning and the origin and the effects that it has and the intention and all that sort of stuff. It's a fairly complex issue to know, like it's very niche in the internet and all that.
It's the one joke that those lot have. Is that one joke about attack helicopters?
Yeah.
Or variations of it.
Or variations, yeah. And because sometimes it's just a word that you put in there and the other person can tell that you know that joke. And that alone can allow for... I'm not saying that they're immediately necessarily triggered by any trauma that they might have, but I'm saying they can judge you based on that.
Certainly, it would imply, if you said that to a transgender person, it would imply a level of disrespect that could remind them of similar disrespect, or just in itself be, unpleasant and disrespectful.
Yeah.
Is there a ladder down from this level yet?
I'm on the next level.
You didn't tell me. Brilliant.
And then if you add this to the internet, where if you say the wrong word, people will just block you on Twitter, which is totally their right, but like the internet is a different thing than real life. And in real life, you could just say, "Oh, I didn't mean it. I'm sorry," and you apologize, and everything's good. Even if you didn't.
What was the example recently? Oh yeah, so I wrote a.
The problem with Twitter is that it really, really encourages you to not back down from your original position. Like, because you start a thread, and even if you go into it like mildly and like you're not like being like aggressive or anything, it's still like really hard to change to write one that changes your opinion like halfway down the thread. Even I find that when I engage in the most mildest like disagreement by anything. If someone then says something which like it's new information that I said, like it's like it feels so like alien to then like say, oh right, okay, I didn't really...
Like that was a New Year's resolution of mine. I think I'm now fairly good at that. Not specifically on Twitter, just in general.
I mean, yeah, on my pages, I almost never engage them. I used to do it a lot when I was maybe like 17, 18. No, I just don't. It's just
Twitter is a very
not worth it.
I don't have a bad experience with Twitter personally, but it is a very, very hard conversation format to follow. It's just not made for discussions or anything. It's just basically somebody posts a cat picture and you go like, oh yeah, that's nice.
It really annoys me that Twitter is successful compared to say Facebook. Because the short message. Because the short message format is just designed for misunderstandings.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. Well, yeah,
I mean, Twitter isn't successful compared to Facebook. Facebook is way more.
But in terms of like, I don't know, where it feels like the conversation is going on in
Yeah,
my group, my circles.
That's just because like like the people who use Twitter are from like one set of global demographics.
Yes, yes, yeah, yes, you're right. Successful is the wrong word. That's what I mean. I haven't looked at Twitter for a while. What's this? Twitter is also anonymous and you can say whatever.
the other day you said cake wasn't nice. I saw that.
Twitter is no more or less anonymous than Facebook. You don't have to use a real name on Facebook.
You used to have.
You do
Well,
technically.
You know.
You do technically.
Oh, you do technically.
You know where else you do technically? Twitter.
Eh?
Yes.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
I don't know that.
Does Colonel RPG stand as a real name, considering it is a real...
Yeah, I think so. I mean, it is your name.
I mean,
It's not your given name.
yeah, but it's my chosen name. Well, is it really my chosen name, though?
I'm gonna.
Well,
Or is it just a mask I wear?
If chosen names count, then literally any name anyone wants to use counts as a real
That's
name.
also
Okay.
true, yeah.
That's probably true. I guess, possibly, yeah, possibly by technical reading of the rules, Colonel RPG is a violation.
And my avatar. I need to put my face in
Oh,
there.
okay.
We should go to bed already?
So yeah, I go back and forth on like internet anonymity because there are certain situations where you should definitely be allowed to be anonymous. Like in any country that isn't in the first world, there are a whole host of reasons why I would really like
Yeah.
you.
So hang on. So really, you don't go back. And if there are any circumstances where you should be able to be anonymous, then you're in.
Well, I think
favour
there are
of anonymity.
various circumstances in which I would oppose it. So for example, I would support Western governments being able to see through your internet anonymity. Western governments.
That sounds so wrong.
That's horrific.
That sounds so wrong.
But I mean, well, so you do cost benefits, right? So
There
I'm
is
in bed, by the way.
no universe where I would ever support any government having like the ability to see through anonymity. Like
Well, they can already. They already can.
They already
so
can, yeah.
what's
That's
the
a problem too, yeah.
Well, only to an extent.
Yes. That
I mean, like
What if I use?
It's only gonna
what
get
if I use
worse.
WhatsApp, they can't.
it's true. They'd have a much harder time if you used WhatsApp.
Who's not
But
in
like
bed?
if you made a 4chan account, for example, and then posted a bunch of stuff on it, which later became relevant evidence in a trial, I think they should be able to get a court order and demonstrate that that's you. Go to bed.
Yes, go to bed. But is that really...
That's the example I'm talking about. I'm not saying like the government should be able to keep a constant log of all of the things you say online. I'm saying there should be, for certain things, it's important to demonstrate who that was. Oh, it's spring, it's summer.
Yeah.
I think that's...
I'm thinking more in terms of like the one debate which is live and I'm sure we come back to by the British government, for example, is the debate on whether encrypted messaging services should be allowed to exist. Beyond the reach of law enforcement.
I think yes.
Because they are going to come for WhatsApp and Telegram.
Thing is, I realize this is an impossible line to run.
Oh,
I want there to be encrypted messaging services. Oh crap, we mistimed these. How?
Because
yeah, because it was 28 days, not
Yeah.
I assumed 30. Yeah, that's annoying. Oh well.
Go get the seeds.
I will do.
Don't eat the things, by the way. Don't eat the things that I'm gonna definitely need to eat because I'm gonna be hoeing and picking.
Okay. I'll leave you all that algae then.
And flowers. I can eat flowers.
So there's a bronze watering can in there if you wanna.
That's kind of good.
Oh yeah, and we're doing thank you, Addaway. We're gonna do a hard transition to the large scarecrow areas this season.
Okay.
Yeah. Can you tell me the pattern?
By the season. Someone else by the seeds. I'll do the pattern.
What seeds am I buying?
Tear down this whole top bit.
Okay.
You are buying melons.
Okay. I'll wait for the shop to open.
You want to buy every melon that you can.
Don't bring the trees down, by the way.
Not that bit. Stop.
Sorry.
It's alright. It's fine. I wasn't very clear.
If we're gonna have like a path over here, we probably should have a path over here.
I used to have so much Twitter beef. I did used to have a lot of Twitter beef. Nora remembers. I have much less now.
Different with a tyrannical government? Yeah, so Zeph, I mean, you should be glad you don't live in Poland.
Yeah, but I just don't think like you can really draw a distinction. Like governments can become tyrannical, governments can cease to be tyrannical.
Especially if they gain control that they shouldn't have. That's how they become tyrannical.
No, I don't agree. The government has unprecedented levels of access and control.
That's true.
now.
As long as they have the army. Yeah.
No, unprecedented. Like.
Oh, you mean? Oh, I see what you mean.
But
Oh, yeah.
that is a bad thing.
What are you up to?
Yeah.
Well, it hasn't. I mean, I'm not convinced.
You're not convinced it's a bad thing?
No, I mean, what's a good example of increased UK government control recently? I'm not saying there are none. I'm just asking for them.
I don't know. The
You
UK
trust
politics.
the Polish government, Zeph? You're a moron.
What do you mean? What do you mean by increasing? What do you mean specifically?
Well, what's an example of hang on, sorry, my girlfriend's being very annoying. What would? Oh, I got the camera on. I do, yes. I could have warned you, but the thing's open. Yeah, we had the signal. I don't always follow it. I agree.
We don't have a good hoe, do we?
Yes, so Zeph, that's your idiotic position, which is
All right,
nothing
seeds.
to worry
Why
about.
am I planting the seeds?
Do we not have a good hoe?
We do not have a good hoe. In fact, if you go and pick it up, we should have. I think the last thing I put in was a good hoe.
Oh, we have a good hoe?
Yeah, I think we do if you go and pick one up.
Oh, okay. I'm going.
Meanwhile, me and Addaway will start.
Going right now.
Yeah,
I
so
have a very
the bad take is you have nothing to fear from the Polish government if you're not a communist, because the only people they're attacking are people that they call communists. But, you know, if you have a brain in your skull, you know that they aren't actually communists. They're just people that are inconvenient to the Polish government.
Also, that's one way of looking at it.
I feel like
Also, you shouldn't have anything necessarily to fear if you're what's currently called a communist.
the trend over the next 10, 15, 20, 30, 40 years, and has been for the last 20, is that governments and big companies are going to want increasing amounts of control of your data and so on and so forth.
I have
and
no restriction that I want
and
placed on my data.
anything in any place, in any way pushes back on that is good.
I think that's gonna be the data is gonna be the biggest thing in the next.
I just don't.
It's
care
already the
about
biggest
my-
thing.
I just don't care about my data almost at all.
Well, it's not your data that you need to care about. It's everybody else's data.
Why
And the
do I
way-
care about everyone else's data?
And the way it's used to manipulate things that you don't have access to manipulate. Specifically when it comes to the democratic processes and not just that, even things that still.
I'm not saying that.
Hang on, no, stop. We need some fertilizer under these.
Oh, for
Yes.
goodness sake, can I pull them up?
No, it doesn't matter. It's not a big deal. It doesn't make them grow faster or anything. It's just value.
Where's the fertilizer?
Need to make
seed
some, I
box.
think.
And you will need to make some, yeah.
Seed
Sorry,
box.
you were saying, Kel. So the thing I should be worried about with data is other people using it to manipulate people. Both sides can use data to manipulate people, so that doesn't.
I can't
worry me.
pick up your upgraded weapon. I'm sorry.
I think the concern is
damn.
more.
Okay, I'll go
from
get it.
my
Come-
point of view,
yeah.
the concern is more identity theft. I'm largely concerned about.
That's
Yeah,
also an
I
issue.
mean-
Yeah.
I think a lot of the ways in which identity theft work are by being difficult to identify somebody. In a highly data open world, I think that would be easier. In a slightly data closed world, then your data being uniquely vulnerable makes you vulnerable to identity theft. Yeah.
I think it's very easy. I think it's very easy to take a look at examples and just
How do I make
extrapolate.
fertilizer?
You need to have the recipe. If you don't have the
what's
recipe, you can make it.
So
You don't-
Silgar is saying
you don't know
people
how
have
to
way
recipe
more
works?
data on me than I realize. Which
No,
is
I've been
interesting.
mining.
which
Yeah,
is
you
an
don't let
interesting-
me make it then.
All right.
But that sincerely does not bother me.
But
Like,
look at what's happening in China, for example, right now.
Yeah, so it doesn't bother me because I don't live in China.
That's also true. Yeah.
Obviously, it would bother me, as I said, it would bother me
But-
if I lived anywhere outside of Europe, I think.
But yeah. So but it's
And in parts of Europe, like
things can switch around very fast. Like we're not safe, especially if everybody else in the world is not safe.
we're not safe, but if the government wants something from us in the current situation, it's just lunacy to think that they can't take it. So to restrict the government's power is not the way to avoid tyranny. The way to avoid tyranny is to try and make sure you have good checks and things on the government, not to restrict to restrict what
That's-
they're able to
that's-
do, but to restrict what they do.
That's true.
Okay.
They control the army. You think them controlling my Facebook messages is more dangerous than them controlling the army? But that's the point.
I think no. Because the problem is here is that you like.
Oh, in the box.
Okay.
Sorry, go ahead.
I think the difference here is that, like, okay, so say the government wants to clamp down on freedom of speech by using the army.
Yeah.
Well, the public of the
The hoe is in the box, by the way. You have the hoe.
wouldn't tolerate that. And that government wouldn't survive. It just wouldn't. But say the government wants to do that by, you know, doing dodgy stuff with your data and, you know, quietly taking people away, having looked into their message.
Yeah,
that's it's way easier for a public to.
Sorry, they're clamping down on free speech by jailing people without cause.
No. By prying into people's messages.
And then, I mean, that's not limiting their free speech.
If you're jailing them,
the limiting of free speech is not the prying into; it's the jailing. So the power that's allowing that government overreach is the control of the.
The government already has powers to do that.
Yes,
to jail people with little cause.
Right,
but it can't.
So those are the powers you should worry about.
Think about
that's my point.
But those are the powers to worry about. But if you give the government the power to look into everyone's messages, that makes it way easier to exercise those powers.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah.
It makes it easier to come up with a reason to exercise them. It doesn't make it easier to exercise them. And it's reasons to exercise them that you can usefully control.
It does, because the like look at gerrymandering, things like busing and other like very racially affecting things in the US throughout history. And look at how that is not. Sorry?
I definitely said Europe. I agree. In the US, I would be much more concerned.
Well, but those things apply here in Europe as well. We just don't know it as much because, well, we're privileged and white. Like, if you talk to anybody that's a Roma person, they will tell you all the things that the government does.
Busing white people into
no, not that, but like laws that affect them in ways that we can't even imagine. Like, because we don't see that, right?
I mean.
And I'm saying that in Portugal, which is a country that doesn't actually have that many Roma people. If you go to Italy, I'm sure they'll tell you a lot. Or to Romania, or to, I don't know, France.
Yes, but the ability... My point is, and I think I may have already said it. So
the one thing I would query here is, if you say that like we should like worry more about restricting what the government legally can do. If the government controls the army, it can do what it wants regardless of the law. Anyway.
The point. So yes, it's not necessarily. No, that's the thing. It's not what the government can do. You're basically attempting to restrict what the government. I mean, I am proposing that you basically restrict what the government does do, and you worry about that more than what they can do because, as you say, they can do anything.
Yeah.
So for example, if the government wanted to, for example,
but you're
jail people who voted for the opposition, the powers that allow them to do that and the forces that they use to do that.
We don't have enough fertilizer, by the way. We need to.
Right.
We need to just plant. We just need to plant.
Oh, we're out. Yeah. Okay, just go ahead and plant. We need to get all these down today.
Yeah. I'm gonna water more. Just focus on hoeing. Yeah, go ahead.
Be enough hoed.
Okay.
The powers that the government would use in order to do the thing that I want to avoid.
I'm out of seeds.
Oh, is that all?
Oh, really?
Yeah. 70 something.
Oh, there it is.
Nice.
Need more then.
Need more then, yeah. We can do some. I don't know what we're gonna do next. Actually, to make money, I guess we could do a day of fishing and then sell a bunch of fish.
I've been doing that. I'll be better at fishing.
Cool. Could you just go in bed first, Addaway? Too late. Never mind. I'll see what I
think just
so chat. What's this chat? Would you be fine with someone watching through your window 24/7? More or less.
The thing is, I think what you're saying is relevant, and it is important to limit what the government can do. However, it's sort of difficult to limit what the government can do without limiting.
Does do.
Or yes. I think it's a lot harder to limit what a government does do without limiting what it can do. I think an ultimate.
I think we've basically established that the government can do whatever it wants because it controls the army.
But if it doesn't have the data, you can't.
It can though, because they could just like burst into your house
No.
with assault rifles.
Look at what happened. Like I know that here. I know that here in Portugal, for example, my dad before the revolution, the Carnation Revolution in '74, my dad used to listen to socialist radio because it was the opposition, because we had a fascist regime, and you'd go to prison for even talking about it, let alone you'd be killed. Not go to prison, you'd be killed.
Yeah.
And
so the appropriate.
So can you imagine what it would be if they could track your IP address over internet radio? And
So there's two things. There's basically a conjunction of three factors which cause this problem. One, they know you're doing the thing they don't want you to do.
we should go to bed.
Two, they have the ability. Sorry, two,
We should go to bed.
they want. We can't because Addaway, it's not here.
Oh.
We can in a second.
Okay.
Addaway, go to bed.
Yeah, sorry.
So basically, when the government, I'll phrase it in a not specific to what you just said, so Addaway can get what I'm saying. When the government wants to crack down on something I don't want them to crack down on, there are three problems. One, they want to crack down on it. Two, they have the physical ability to crack down on it. And three, they know who's doing it so they can crack down on it. I think of those three things, the easiest to prevent and the most effective to prevent is the first one.
To prevent them from wanting.
Prevent the government from wanting to do it.
You need guillotines for that, mate.
You do not. That
You super do.
encourages you to do it. That
So how do you-
encourages it.
How do you prevent the government from wanting to do it?
I'm not sure.
You'd
but
strip
Europe is more
down
or less right.
unneeded hierarchical structures,
I
and
saw-
you install.
so I guess-
Yeah, that's the ultimate goal.
You elect liberal governments. Is the short answer.
That will protect the establishment. That sounds like not the answer. If you're
Your mushrooms or bats in the
but-
cave?
yeah, but
Sorry,
here-
I skipped this
but the-
dialogue. Hang on, I have to make a call. Sorry. Mushrooms or bats, Colonel?
mushrooms.
Mushrooms.
Yeah, bats are kind of cool, but mushrooms are better.
Yeah,
Yep.
so it's fine. But yeah, so the way you prevent the way you influence what the government wants to do is you vote, and you elect liberal governments who don't
Yes,
want
but-
to
yes,
crack
but-
down on you for listening
yes.
to socialist radio.
But then we go back.
But the problem is that like the reason why we don't want to have the government can't have too much power is because
Well,
if
give
you
me the
don't
water.
elect a liberal government,
Sorry.
I missed that because there was so
the
much
people-
watching. What?
the people can't be trusted to always elect liberal governments.
So the other two things that you can prevent are their physical ability to do it and their ability to know who to do it to. The ability to know who to do it to.
That's what we were
essentially-
discussing. I think.
Essentially, was the which is your proposal. Which I mean.
Well, I
correct me if I'm
propose
wrong. Essentially,
limiting everything, but that's a different.
You can't limit. everything.
Well,
you can't limit their physical ability to do it without meaning that you don't have a police force.
well, there's a lot of smart people better than me that know how to talk about that. I can't. I don't know.
I don't think there's any way to prevent the government from being able to arrest people without compromising your police force.
Yeah, I
But
don't.
anyway,
I'm not
let's-
educated
let's-
enough.
For the sake of argument, let's say that there isn't a way to limit that, and then we can have the discussion about
Yeah.
the other two.
Sure.
So, in the case of oh, I'm out of water. In the case of, for example, someone being a member of an opposition party, or listening to like propaganda and news about another opposition party, how do you prevent someone from knowing that? There essentially aren't very many good ways. People oppressed the opposition long before there was any kind of data collection.
Oh yeah.
Long before people kept paper records, people oppressed their opposition. So I don't think that's basically viable to prevent, which leaves only one option of something that you can prevent,
Checks and balances, basically.
which is basically checks and balances and not electing people that will do that.
That's the foundations of democracy. But it's not necessarily the foundations of liberalism.
Ultimately, it comes down to any person is either at the end of the day a Democrat or a liberal. You can't be both.
Okay, go on.
Well, because if you're a Democrat, you'll believe that if you're a Democrat at the end of the day, you'll believe that the will of the people should always be followed. Whatever government the people elect should be allowed to do what it wants.
If
and
you're
so
a
on.
democratic purist, I suppose, but I don't think that's what has to be meant by Democrat.
No,
Because
yeah.
Just in the same way that if you said,
I'm talking about
Ultimate goals.
when push comes to shove, you either believe in that a government should defend and promote liberal values, or you believe in democracy.
okay, yeah, it's true. I'll go liberal.
Because some structures of a liberal state will be inherently undemocratic.
I think that's a very interesting way of putting it.
To defend liberalism, but I'm talking liberalism here in like the broadest sense of like.
Yes, the traditional liberalism.
No, we don't kill minorities. Do we believe in freedom of speech? Yes, like that kind of liberalism.
Yeah.
Because for me, the core tenet of a liberal democracy, beyond being democratic, is you protect minorities.
Yeah, that's probably
tyranny of the majority, which is way more. Which is like one of the most important things that any government should do, is you make sure that like the majority don't just like pick on the little guy.
And do you think the majority picking on the little guy could fit in a democratic system?
Yeah,
well, yeah,
it's almost the definition of a democratic system.
There are loads of democracies around the world where they don't have any checks on the tyranny of the majority.
Mm-hmm.
Where's the most money-efficient place to fish?
I usually go to the. Well, you need to find those little bubbles of water. That's the. Yeah.
Liberal democracies tend to be more stable because they have checks and balances to stop the government from doing illiberal things that destabilize nations.
Zeph,
Like,
tell me
like when we've elected, like a good recent example would be like when we did elections in Iraq and they chose a Shia bloke and he just like persecuted the Sunni people, and that caused like loads of fighting.
Zeph, what do you mean? Zeph, what do you mean forward? I'm not sure what you mean. Sorry.
In the river, the mouth of the river.
Liberals give all the power to corporations, and corporations do what they want and are not elected. Do liberals give all the power to corporations?
In the US, they do.
It depends if you're talking about like liberal, like the US bastardized version of what a liberal is. It's not at all a liberal in any sense of the word, and like what liberalism means in the sense of like people who invented it.
It's more of an economic sense.
Are we talking about socialist governments? When are we talking about socialist governments?
I spoke about Portugal.
Because essentially like people draw a dichotomy between socialism and capitalism in exactly the same way. You can draw a dichotomy between liberal government and illiberal government. The USSR was a liberal government, so was Nazi Germany. Western democracies were liberal governments. Like it's exactly the same. Like they're like opposite ends of the spectrum.
Oh, that's interesting.
Whether or not you're like a fascist or you like Stalin, you support authoritarian illiberal ideologies in both cases.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's interesting.
Zeph, give me the TLDR on how to fish effectively.
Just go to a place, find the bubbles. That's the best.
This
place.
area is infested. What does that mean?
Also, you need to be high level. That's the best way.
Do I die? Do I die if I go on the green stuff?
No, I think you need to kill all the monsters, and then it'll open the next.
Oh, I found 6 gold fishing.
That's pretty.
And
good.
some magma geodes.
Oh yeah, the little boxes are really nice. Are you fishing in the mouth at the end of the river?
I don't think the US lost in Vietnam because of the level of private gun ownership. I think they had factories and they mass-produced rifles.
Oh,
yeah, the idea
we were talking about that before.
AK-47 is gonna like somehow stand up to the United States Army. It's just like deluding themselves. Like they will just bomb your house.
Not least because they wouldn't do it.
You will be dead.
Not least because they wouldn't have to kill you. If the US government passed an amendment that was hugely tyrannical, people wouldn't use guns to oppose them. If it was only like the
whole like I'm gonna stand up in case the government goes tyrannical is just an acknowledgement that like you haven't designed the government. It's good. That's very good. Then have you?
Yes, you shouldn't be able to do that. Essentially.
Yeah.
If you are able to do that, then that means a small group of people can take over your government just because they happen to have guns.
Isn't that what the military is for? Wait, not for.
Darker voice is
not for
the other two.
Yeah.
Turn down Addaway, who has the darker voice.
You need to
you mean deeper.
increase the brightness.
But with Western I'm gonna die.
Don't die.
Don't die. You dropped stuff.
He died.
No, I didn't die. No, I didn't die. I'm on low health.
I lost my fish. That's why I thought.
Not what I mean, having guns, but it's what they believe. I see what you mean. Yeah, that's what they believe, but it's just idiotic.
Ooh, also, that in particular.
How can I gain health without gaining energy? You can't, right? No, okay. Let's eat some fish then.
Yeah,
I mean, there are some things probably that raise like there's health potions.
Yeah, there's life steal. There's some things that life steal.
Chat, if you asked a question a while ago and I missed it because I was deep in the throes of our politics discussion, do repost it, please.
I was talking about how you said cake is not nice.
Cake is not unpleasant, but I think almost all desserts are worse than mains and starters, so I'd rather have a larger main and 2 starters than have a dessert. They're also very expensive.
You just hit me with the biggest whack of British I have ever been hit by right now.
I'd rather have a larger steak than any cake.
How is that a starter and a dessert? You can have cake dessert.
Zeph, private armies go to the highest bidder, and by far the richest entity in every country is the government.
Also, private armies were outlawed since 1946, I think.
Depends what you mean by private army.
Mercenary.
There are huge.
Mercenary
That's
word.
not even remotely true.
There's a whole thing in a thing that I read up. I thought.
They exist though. Like I can name them.
But they exist in spirit or in official things?
They're not. I mean, it depends what you mean. They're not
Yeah.
officially armies, but they're large groups of armed men for hire.
Because I think I remember I read it up because the definition of mercenary itself is confusing, and so I was reading on it, and I read that apparently they're outlawed since like a pact of international human rights or something.
Yeah, so there's
things.
probably a rule how like mercenaries can't fight of their own accord. They have to be hired by a government, and like then the government is accountable for them or something like that. That's probably how it works.
Or maybe
So they're not technically private armies. They're like, contractors. They're not private employees.
Yeah,
They're not self-employed. They're working for the government. But they're
the gig
still-
economy in the army.
Exactly.
So yeah, about the cake, so I posted on Twitter that I can't understand anybody that, or rather, I think anybody that says pie is better than cake has never had good cake.
Pie, but they're both crap. Yeah, that's right. I replied like.
If we start talking now about how liberalism is the greatest force in human history for human progress and general good times.
It's probably writing.
Writing? Nah, writing.
The greatest force is RPGs, turn-based ones in particular.
RPGs.
We know this. Like,
I don't want cake. I literally don't want cake for my birthday. For my 18th birthday, I got the largest sushi platter you've ever seen, and I was much happier than having a cake.
Liberalism is great, guys. You need to try it.
just not the wrong kind, apparently.
Most people are pretty on board.
No, they aren't. Not
Once you define it, a lot of people will be like,
I mean,
what?
I mean, people are really. They just don't think that.
Yes, exactly. Because it's worth noting that in some countries, liberal and conservative are the ones that are placed at loggerheads, but that's not accurate based on what we would use liberalism to mean in this context. At least not.
Well,
based
I
on
mean,
what we would use conservative.
in the UK, like there are the conservatives who call themselves liberals. Like, I'm a liberal conservative. Whereas in the US, that would be an oxymoron.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean.
In
Cake is bland. And
In
there's
Australia
no-
would be as well.
There are good cakes.
No, we wouldn't actually. In Australia would be.
In quite a lot of countries, liberal and conservative are the two ends of the spectrum. Yeah. Whereas.
Sol says, "Hey kid, want to buy some liberalism?" The good thing is, Sols, you don't need to because liberalism actually pays you money if you adopt it.
With UBI? Is that it? No. Is it?
Hey?
Well, why does it pay you money if you adopt
Well,
it?
because it makes your country richer
Yeah, basically.
Oh, I see.
and everyone in it.
At the expense of others, though, or not?
No.
Other
generally
countries,
not.
I mean.
Generally not.
Because that's the problem.
There's no reason why it does necessarily.
That's the problem. In a world,
the transition of UK from illiberal to liberal also included it decolonizing. So, I mean, definitely not. I feel like. I mean, we went from owning a third of the planet to not in sync with going from illiberal to liberal. So,
that
I
doesn't
really
mean
don't feel like liberalism contributed very heavily to
that
us.
doesn't necessarily mean that exploitation didn't continue in some.
No, but it
aspect.
clearly wasn't a huge
Oh, yeah.
factor for exploitation, given that exploitation dramatically reduced.
Yeah, sure. I need to go to bed. Sorry.
I don't know. Hang on, I'm not in bed yet.
Oh crap! I'm 2 in the mine.
Oh.
Yeah, look at the clock. Yeah, you're gonna arrive late.
Rip.
No, you're not gonna die. Just come back.
I'm coming. I'll come back.
Yeah, you're good.
He just means Ripper's in Darn.
Rippers in. That's bad. That's bad, kids.
Yeah, don't go to bed late. 'Cause
That's why I say when I see countries turning to authoritarianism, I say,
Rip.
rep that country.
That's pretty funny.
Oh, did we end up? Oh, by the way, I had 9 melon seeds somewhere, and I sort of forgot them, and so I planted them one day after.
Okay.
So that's my bad. we need to start looking at bundles here. I have a dorado.
Yes, good point. So, bundles. The summer foraging bundle. We need to find a grape, a spice berry, and a sweet pea. We need 10 hardwood.
We have a sweet pea, a single one.
Good. Stick it in the. We only need one. Stick it in the
Okay. If you
the box. Go to bed.
work with me in the morning, and we can look at that.
Okay, summer crops. We need
I'm
a
in bed,
tomato,
by the
a
way.
hot berry, a blueberry.
No. Work
and a
with in
melon.
the morning, because of like you're gonna be reading to me, and I'm gonna be looking through the boxes.
We don't have any of those.
Well.
I will buy one of each seed tomorrow.
Oh no.
What the hell is that noise?
Addaway, what did you eat?
I didn't do anything.
I bet
What
you
the
did.
heck was that noise?
That was me.
Wow. Fishing makes you a
I helped.
ton of money. Oh,
I
okay.
helped.
I was gonna say I thought that was my 1 day profit.
No, it can be. You can absolutely gain 3,000 per day, but that's not the most. By the time you can earn that, you'll be making a lot more money.
Furnace room bundle to get to mine carts. The furnace room bundle.
Oh, mine carts are really helpful. Although because we're
The one that rewards you with a charcoal kiln. Was that it?
Earthquake.
we have the nicest soundtrack. Okay,
What's happened?
Cristo, tell me the things.
Okay, so 10 hardwood.
Okay, I got 5 over here. Let me check on.
Nah, it's... Oh, you have it in your box.
Yeah. Oh, okay. We only have 8, so skip that.
Close.
Skip that.
Okay, the other ones, no, we're not gonna have them come. You put the grape or the berry or the sweet pea into the box. That's one.
Yes.
That's the summer foraging bundle.
What more? What more do we have?
Summer crops. We need a tomato, a hot pepper, a blueberry, and a melon. I'm gonna go and buy 1 seed for each.
I think blueberries we can get them. The melon we'll
yeah,
get them. What's the other one?
But why not buy 1 each? Tomato and hot pepper.
So yeah, you need one of those at least. Go ahead.
Well, we need 4 of those.
Yeah, just go ahead and buy them.
5 quality parsnips, which we've got. Okay, so we should do
5
a crop.
high quality, gold quality?
Yeah.
Yeah, we got those.
So we should do a crop of melons, pumpkins, and gold.
Sounds good.
So well, this season melon and corn, because we need 5 quality ones of each of those. That
Okay.
gives us a preserves jar early, which is pretty nice. There's an animal one which we won't worry about for now. An artisan one we won't worry about for now. Okay, so for fishing we need sunfish, cat. Well, we need 1 of every fish basically. So just collect 1 of every.
Oh, but okay, that's fair.
Because I mean, you know.
Do we need? I don't think we need one of every fish. Are you sure? Or
Sure.
did it seem like that?
It just seems that way.
Okay,
We might
then
not-
it isn't. You need to tell me.
But what's
There's so many
the
fish.
harm? I'm not listing them all. There's like 50 on this list.
Well, but most of them are not from this season. So you need to tell me. Because
Why? Why don't you just collect 1 of each?
Because a lot of them are expensive.
Yeah, but just 1.
Is it just one?
Yeah.
There's no fish that...
All right, you ready? Sunfish, catfish, shad, tiger trout, largemouth bass.
That's too fast. I'm not even at the fish.
What do you want from me? Why do we need to do this now?
I just want one thing. Are you sure that...
Fucking shop's closed.
Oh, yeah, it is. Are you sure that it's only 1 fish at maximum?
Yeah, they're all just 1 fish.
Okay, then I'll get 1 fish of every fish.
Good, thank you. I appreciate it.
No problem.
Quartz, earth crystal, frozen tier, fire quartz.
Okay, we have how many quartz do you need?
Just 1.
Earth crystal, fire crystal, and what's the other one?
Fire quartz, which is only down at level 80, so
Yeah,
don't worry
we
about that
need-
one for now. 99 slime, 10 bat wings, a solar and a void essence.
99 slime, a bat wing, a single bat wing?
10.
There's a bath.
Okay, we don't have enough. What's the other one? Sorry.
If you could put the bat wings we do have into the box, though, that'd probably be good.
That's good.
Void essence, solar essence, 10 bat wings, 99 slime.
Yeah, we don't have the solar essences.
Yeah, I think they're lower down in the cavern. Okay, stuff on here. Okay, we have some of these. One red mushroom.
Do we have those?
We have 1, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I've been swimming.
What?
I went swimming. in the
Oh
gym.
yeah, that's nice.
1 frozen geode, which I have on me right now, so I won't smash that. A purple mushroom.
Hmm.
I think
Red
it's
mushroom,
here.
I got it.
Where are we?
Anything else? got the sweet.
Oh, there's also just bundles that cost money. That's interesting.
Oh yeah, there is.
It's weird. That's all. Okay, that's all of them. But
Okay.
so the one that we need to actively worry about, I'll go and buy the stuff tomorrow, is the tomato, the hot pepper, the blueberry, and the melon.
Yeah, can you take care of that?
Yeah.
Okay. For me, the biggest hurdle is always the bundles. That's the fundamental challenge of the game, is getting the bundles. Because they unlock so much stuff and give you, besides really nice stuff, that, yeah, for me, that's the fundamental aspect of the game.
Yeah. Okay, summer crop bundle. So can you fill this from here? Or do you have to go to the place?
I think you have to go to the place, yeah.
So I didn't realize you can see the bundles from your inventory.
I couldn't find them. Well, how do you do that?
It's the one on the top right. It's not very clear. It's not just one of the tabs.
Where's the
On
ladder?
the top right? There's an X at the top right.
In E. Okay, down a bit.
Okay, it says organize. I bet I'm missing it.
Okay, you don't have the tab.
I don't have it, yeah.
Have you interacted with the square?
I have, but I think I need to get the cutscene or something.
I guess you have to be the host.
Could be. It could also be that I just didn't unlock it for me. Because I couldn't...
no.
Some things seem to be separated. You have donated a malachite. Have you been taking care of the geodes?
Yes, I'm doing that right now.
I once had a geode, and I lost it. It was an ugly geode. It had quartz in it.
Check out the back of the map besides the mine. It unlocks a part of the map. Could someone do that?
I've done it earlier. Went to the bath.
Oh, cool.
What do you need to unlock it?
In the new area.
Oh yeah, that was what the fart was in the night.
Earthquake.
Fart.
Oh dear.
Where the hell is the ladder, man?
Yeah, sometimes that's a thing. Also, I'm gonna unlock the bridge in the beach because there's a new area there as well.
I feel like I'm hitting every single rock.
Should I be keeping these, chat?
Yes.
I feel like I want to just free up space.
Which ones?
Sandstone.
That's a good point. I don't think those are needed. How do you have sandstone?
Geodes.
Oh, good point. Oh no, those are gifts. They're nice gifts.
Okay, it's fine. I'm selling them. Yeah, sell all this garbage.
I have been neglecting all my friends. But they're all very upset.
As you might be able to tell, I just sold a bunch of stuff.
I saw that.
See, we stopped talking politics and start focusing on the game and viewer count halves.
Yeah, of course. Like,
Yeah.
Really, everyone wants more liberalism talk.
Everyone wants more liberty. Ah!
should we talk about Neil deGrasse Tyson?
No, so hilariously ill-advised.
Oh boy. What else? What else? Oh, we touched on the subject before. Bath gamer water girl. No, the other way around.
Oh yeah, so if you sell something saying you shouldn't eat it, but knowing people will, are you responsible for their health concerns if they do?
No.
Sorry, say that again?
If you sell something saying not for human consumption, but knowing that lots of people are buying it specifically to consume it, are you responsible for their health concerns if they do consume it?
Yeah.
I'm gonna say no.
I think legally you absolutely are.
How are you legally knowable?
I
Like,
feel like
no.
if you know they are misusing it, then you shouldn't be selling it, regardless of what it says on the packet.
Yeah, but
I mean,
that's
that's
a moral
basically it,
statement, not a
Well-
legal statement.
Cristo, people ate Tide Pods? Yeah, but people didn't sell Tide Pods with the reasonable knowledge that people would eat them.
They knew.
What, when they were originally selling Tide Pods?
No, yeah, but like,
Once that happened, once people started eating Tide Pods, they now lock them up in America.
oh, that's cool.
Yeah,
They're behind freaking glass cabinets. So that hasn't happened with like Game of Bathwater, for example.
You can get an AK-47 better than you can get Tide Pods, as it seems.
I
Probably
think
not.
they might lock
Game
up.
of Bathwater.
Game of Bathwater is pretty funny.
I thought it was
I'll
hilarious.
start selling my Game of Bathwater.
Please don't.
don't think I'll get the same kind of traction though.
What do I do with star seeds?
Those are very important. Yeah, we should save it
Sounds
for
good,
when we have the glass house. Is it glass house? What is it called?
Why?
Because we can grow them every like all day.
Oh, they keep going today. Okay. People did eat Tide Pods, yes, but if eating Tide Pods happened with like a sizable portion of all Tide, you have one more rock to donate. Balls. If that happened with a sizable number of Tide Pods, I do think stores which should have a legal obligation to stop selling Tide Pods to children. And I'm a pretty big libertarian when it comes to people killing themselves and like smoking and all that kind of stuff. But I don't know.
But you're not.
Don't be
that's
a
not.
libertarian.
But that's
like, that's the fight. That's bad.
Yeah, because you're not in favor
When
of
it comes
people.
to smoking.
The problem is
when you have too much liberalism, you then become a libertarian, and that's like,
because the problem isn't the people
it's
smoking.
like when you OD on liberalism, you become a libertarian.
The problem
Oh,
is
I did hear about that, Zeph. Someone got sent to jail for that.
the problem is when
Licking
companies
ice creams.
incentivize the smoking and profit off of it, and knowing that it's addictive, and knowing
No,
that.
I think that's fine.
But that's the power of.
Don't don't start smoking.
But you
for
can't
them.
blame it on people. Like,
Of course I can.
If someone starts smoking now, you absolutely can blame them,
well,
like massively.
If someone started smoking before they knew
Yeah.
smoking was bad for you, sure. But now you've got no excuse. It's
Yeah.
your fault. If you
yeah,
start smoking.
but not in the 70s or 60s.
No. Well, I don't know.
Well, because if you get into that point, I'm gonna start blaming you for saying what you're saying right there, because I hear a lot of people saying the same thing that you're saying right now, and I'm like, oh, I can't. It turns out I can blame you for thinking the same way other people think, even though I don't agree with it.
What are you talking about?
What are you talking about?
No, like if you don't,
I
if you,
did not follow that at all.
it's very convoluted, super convoluted. No, what I mean is like if people think the way other people around them think, and they are blamed for thinking the way other people think around them.
What do you
No,
mean
no.
by the way people think? Like
They're
no
blamed for
one
acting.
disputes whether smoking is bad.
Oh, they
do,
dispute.
actually.
They super
They do.
do
dispute.
they?
Yeah.
idiots.
Okay, I've never heard that, but
And I don't agree with that, based
that's
on
a very fringe thing.
Oh,
It's
you'd be
not
surprised.
very fringe amongst 15-year-olds.
You would be very surprised.
Yeah, but 15-year-olds are children. They literally have
Yeah, but
no
that's when they start smoking.
ability.
That's the point. You
it's
become addicted when you're a young idiot.
It's the video games, I tell
True.
you. But what I mean is like, it's
Just don't start smoking. It is true. I mean, that is the hot tip. Don't start
That's-
smoking. You
yeah.
absolute moron.
that's some good advice.
And
right
don't
there.
blame anyone else if you're stupid enough to start smoking. Is the
But the thing
corollary
is,
that
once
Colonel
you're-
Maps won't agree with.
Once you're addicted to it,
Don't become addicted to it.
but
It's
you
very
cannot.
simple, one-stop fix.
The problem, the thing, like things are like smoking. Like here's like the one bit where I start to be like a bit non-liberal. So like I would be totally okay if the government was like, yeah, if you smoke and then you want like a lung transplant, you could like pay us the money for it, or we won't do it.
So that's definitely garbage. Like if you get in a cycling accident.
Yeah, that's a very slippery slope as well.
What do you mean? Those are two completely different scenarios.
They're really not. They're bad for your health.
The cycling and the motorcycling.
Yes.
It is.
Cycling
but-
badly.
Where's the coal?
But cycling is something that is good for your health, and we actively want to promote.
Cycling
true.
badly is
That's-
not. What if you cycle without a helmet?
That's no. Addaway is right on that one.
Do you get to use the NHS if you cycle without a helmet?
But the thing is, like,
Don't know, maybe not.
So there you go. If you're going to be consistent, you're going to go down a long road which ends up with absolutely no NHS. Because almost no conditions are not made massively more likely by lifestyle.
well, in a world where Monsanto is still not punished by all the way worse things than smoking, I think
Monsanto just
What
got
do you-
sued for like several $100 million.
I'm sure they're gonna.
Let's go to sleep.
Aren't Monsanto the guys that make GM crops that everyone like scaremongers about all the time?
They
I'm,
also make some.
no, not not
pesticides, which
that's
are
not
pretty bad.
GM. It's the pesticides. That's the problem.
Oh, okay.
The GMs is just
But no,
anti-competitive.
the scaremongering about Monsanto, the scaremongering that exists, not the scaremongering that is accurate, is mostly about their GM stuff.
Oh yeah, it is. But that
Some of
also
the
is
pesticide-
involved.
But yeah, some of their pesticides are really bad, and like many of them are now illegal. The spreading
Yeah.
weeds have caused damage to your farm.
What? That wasn't me.
How did we let this happen?
Because
do we
like
stop
people who mostly complain about GM are mostly
Oh,
idiots.
That's true. But that's because they're just misinformed.
Because Here's the big spoiler, guys. Humans have
I
been
feel-
modifying crops for literally thousands of years.
Yeah, that's how
This is
agriculture works. It's all GM.
literally the definition of agriculture.
Yeah, but there are things that companies do, which is to purposely modify their seeds in a way that will give them a competitive edge without the consent of the farmers, which is, I mean, I think that that's not alright.
You don't need the farmer's consent. The farmer chooses whether or not to buy your product.
Yeah, but if you're just
Consent is given at the point of purchase. If you sell it under false pretenses, sure.
yeah, if you're making a seed that basically means they can't grow anything else in their field without them knowing that it's gonna happen, that's not all right.
Yeah, so it's not without consent. It's with deceit.
With the seed, yeah.
Sorry, that might just be me making a silly linguistic point, but I just meant I wasn't sure whether that's what you meant.
I think it's a worthwhile
What
clarification.
are we doing today then?
Well, I'm watering, and then I'm going to go and buy a bunch of seeds. So can you hoe a significant area? The bottom half of this thing needs hoeing out.
Where's the hoe?
I'm
Here,
going to the mines, if you guys don't mind.
Sounds good. There you go, out of the way. Oh, I can't drop hose.
Kitty butt. Aw,
Put it in here.
kitty butt.
There you
Looking at all the plants. Oh, also I saw that.
Is it worth buying high quality fertilizer, Colonel?
Oh, I need an axe.
I don't think so. Didn't you look
Oh, I
into
can't
it?
do one, so-
Can't cut those without gold, copper, iron, I think. Say again, Colonel?
Didn't you look into it and saw it was bad? I found
Let me
grapes,
look it
by the way.
Stardew Valley is buying fertilizer. Worth it. I imagine it is for high value crops, which is what we're growing.
Could be.
Oh, I'm also going to upgrade another thing while I'm at it. We should get one good axe.
Ooh, you were. Oh, we should talk. We could say you were. You were saying about misinformation and scaremongering about GMOs.
Yeah.
Oh, but what about the vaccinations?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Vaccine. I mean, GMOs are fine, but vaccines are really bad for you. Everyone knows that.
They cause you immunity.
GMO kids are fine, but you can't have vaccinated kids.
No. 'Cause it's the yeah.
It's the devil.
Yeah.
How do I? Oh yeah, so I got to do it. So Fallout 76 is pretty good. I played like 30 hours in the last 10 days.
Fallout 76. We can talk about Fallout 76, but we can't talk about
No, sorry.
anti-vaxxers.
We can't talk about Fallout 76. We can talk about politics.
Okay.
Just keep it calm here, guys.
Let's not be rash. Let's be all civilized people.
One hot pepper, one tomato, one blueberry.
No, I didn't mean it though. You can talk about Fallout 76. I'd like to hear.
I don't really have much more to say. It's actually quite good.
I am super disgusted by the constant nagging about buy my things every time I pause the game.
Constant nagging.
Like every time
pause the game? You can't pause the game.
No, press escape to go into the inventory. I don't
So I
think
water this whole bit.
What?
Yeah, it nagged me a bunch.
What do you?
In Fallout 76, yeah.
When you hang on. So
When I
there's
went
so
into
many-
the inventory.
So many things to unpack here.
Okay.
Number one, when you press escape to enter the inventory, that's not the hotkey.
That I know. I realize this. Yes.
That's the menu. But when you go into the inventory, it nags you to buy things.
No. When I think it's when I press escape that it nags me to buy things.
When you go to the main, but it doesn't. That's really weird because I
To me,
haven't
it
seen
did
it
actually.
at all.
Like
I mean,
5
I'm believing
times.
you, obviously, I'm not just saying you're.
I
lying,
might
but
be. I mean, I might be mistaken. I mean, I
it
have the
seems
impression.
unlikely, right?
I mean, yeah, that we have
mistaken.
such different.
How am I exhausted? All I've done is hoe.
Oh yeah,
Hoeing
that
is extremely tired. You ever hoed?
he hasn't. He lives near to farmers.
When
Didn't we-
when do you do hoeing?
I used to live. All of my neighbors were until I was 9. All
Oh.
of my neighbors were farmers.
It was Cristo who lives near to farmers.
Yeah.
You
I
That's
thought
enough,
he was
that's
from
enough, anyway.
Sheffield, which is
City folk.
near city.
I moved to Sheffield when I was 10.
Should go to Milton Keynes.
I should not have gone to Milton Keynes.
I bet the farmers
Christo, you
there.
should upgrade your house. Upgrade your house in the carpenter house in the mine area.
Oh yeah, don't worry about upgrading the house. It costs a bunch of money.
I'm going to bed.
No, you're not.
Colonel's not here.
Oh, 1 p.m. You can stay in bed all afternoon and you'll be
You
rested.
could just lie in bed for a bit and
Yeah.
and cool off.
Or you go to the baths. The baths are open now. We should go there.
What does the bath do?
I mean, we can frolic and enjoy.
Does it do anything useful?
Tickles.
Does it do anything useful?
It recuperates endurance.
Okay.
Very fast. And also,
So can you turn in stuff into the community center from here? That's what I want to know.
I believe you can't. That is
Which one do I need to unlock before I can do the buildings one?
If only I know.
It gives you a kitchen to get way better energy foods, and it
That
gives
is
more space.
That is
I
the
don't need
only.
more space, but I am interested in this kitchen.
The kitchen is the only upgrade that actually matters. But if you're married, there's other upgrades that matter. If you know what
must
I
be
mean.
deposited at the community center.
Like the big leather sofa.
Is
Wait,
that
leather
what
is
it
terrible. No, not leather. You want polyester. Not polyester.
What are you doing, Colonel? You're mining. Okay. Let me know when you're on your way back, so I know to start heading home to you.
Are you going to bed?
What can I do now? I
Yeah,
have
I got that.
energy.
You should forage. Just look around everywhere.
What for?
For grapes.
One grape, one spice berry, one sweet pea.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what that look like, but okay.
So real talk now.
Those are the plants you pick.
In real life,
Yeah.
once you get married, what is the best upgrade to do to your house?
In real life, the best upgrade to do to your house.
Wherever you
There is
live.
no answer. Are you moving in together as you get married? Because otherwise, getting married doesn't change what you need in your house.
Interesting.
Okay. What would be best upgrade? Like,
I mean, are you like celibate until marriage? Do you need to get a freaking double?
No,
bed?
you whatever. You live together. Just what does marriage fundamentally change?
Change in terms of what you need to live in a house? Literally
Yes.
nothing.
Okay, what about you, Addaway?
I don't understand. Like, you need what you need if you weren't married. It doesn't mean anything. Like, you're just married now.
Okay.
What is your answer?
I don't know. I was thinking. I don't know.
Can't not know. You
Oh.
asked the question. There must have been something you were thinking of.
No, there.
Maddening.
Don't you know how to
Portuguese
let's play?
swine.
We always wing it. No, I was thinking more so like a study or a workplace. The other day,
It's the same thing.
I mean, yeah. I mean, when me and my girlfriend move in shortly, I will need a home office to work from.
you both need a home office. That's what I mean. Like everybody needs it, not for you just.
Well, I mean, most people might have something like that when they buy a house, but like me and Cristo need one just like when we're renting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. There's only 3 slots and there's 4 different things you can put in. I guess that means you only have to do 3 out of 4.
That does indeed mean that. Yes.
Good.
Oh, look at that! It's a woodpecker.
I don't see anything on the floor that I can pick up.
A carpentry.
They're in the wild and they're not very common.
A carpentry
Oh, I just got a sweet pea though, so get ready.
office. That's the best one.
Where are you looking? It's just around the farm.
It's actually just no. Sorry, that's my bad. Anywhere except the farm.
Oh, okay. Well, I've been walking around for no reason then.
Yeah, that's my bad.
That is indeed your bed.
Yeah.
Cristo is indeed very bad.
Just get money, forehead. The sacrificial altar, says Zeph.
A big mining drill. No.
So, Colonel, I think it's interesting. It's definitely a difference in our personalities. I will hold people responsible for things they do far more than the people that encourage them. Generally, like I think people are autonomous agents who should be held responsible for their own decision-making.
People are
Like on
zombies.
smoking.
They will fall, and we do
People can
fall.
be zombies. People can be zombies, but I'm going to blame them for it.
But that's the thing. We all are, and we can. The only way to break free is to learn.
But I'm a zombie that hasn't done very much to harm society yet.
Well, yeah.
Where do you stand on like people inciting others to should they be
Sorry, you cut out. People inciting others what?
to do violence? Like, should they, in your opinion, should they be held accountable?
I think you'd hold them both accountable. So, for example, when you encourage,
you would say you hold the ones doing it like much more accountable than the ones encouraging, which implies that you wouldn't.
oh yeah, so if someone
good.
says we should, kill all the people with blue eyes, and then someone goes and kills all the people with blue eyes, absolutely, the person who did it is going to get a much worse sentence than the person that incited it, in my view.
But what if the person who incited it is a person with a lot of capital and can buy public mindshare?
They're still going to get a less bad punishment.
I mean,
mindshare.
they will.
Yeah, I'm not sure what that means.
Well,
What do you mean public mind share?
but you know, you can.
Mind share is not a phrase that I've ever.
No, it's true. That's not the correct word. But what I mean, influencing public opinion is a thing that is done.
Yeah, so if
every
you
day.
influence if you say to one person, go and kill someone, and they go and kill someone, they've done something worse. If you say to 1 million people, go and kill someone, and all million do, each individual one did something worse, but you did your thing 1 million times.
That sounds like Hitler all of a sudden. What are we talking about here?
Yeah, so you're in trouble.
Yeah.
Not you.
No, Hitler.
Yeah, Hitler, you're in trouble.
Yeah.
You've been a very bad boy. I mean, yeah, you're the individual thing that they did actually kill someone as opposed to encourage someone to kill someone is worse, but you did it 1,000 times.
What about if someone is operating in a formal structure whereby they were accountable?
The army.
Oh, well, yeah. If someone kills someone, does a person higher up in the hierarchy who has accountability for them?
Okay, if they are required to obey in some meaningful sense, then yes, the order giver might be more responsible than the doer.
But I think we're straying a little bit too far from the example, at least.
Well,
Well,
I think basically that's in my opinion they're both equally culpable. Because the person giving the order can't be more culpable because that's the I was only following orders defense.
I think they can be more culpable and both be kind of highly culpable. Like, just because someone is more culpable doesn't mean the other one isn't getting hung.
True.
You know, you're just gonna because just because our punishments stop at a certain.
What about
doesn't-
misinformation?
I think if spread misinformation, mushrooms, for the record, not a monster drop.
Just sell them, I think.
Have we got one stored?
Yeah, we have one.
Good. Yeah, bedtime, by the way.
Oh, that's true.
Your idea was essential. Addaway would love it. Sorry, the kitchen. The kitchen is on my list. I'm going to go and have a look.
Kitchen is gonna get it. Center list.
But
Yeah,
how about
what-
this? So
it's fine,
let's pitch Colonel's question in a, how can I phrase this to be maximally insulting, more comprehensible way. So
Imagine somebody only watches Fox News. Just
No,
go with
I'm
that.
trying to make
Just
a good question, not easier to understand. It's just an actual good question.
no, but that's still. Can you blame the people who fall into that? Can you actually? Can
That's
you
true
blame
and
them
good.
more than the people like the Murdochs and the Koch brothers and whatever? You know what I
If
mean?
someone carries it out, I'm for the individual. If like this is what I'm saying. To do a less bad thing 1 million times is worse than to do a worse thing. I think that to a certain extent, and there are limits on this, but to a certain extent, wrongdoing can be mathematically analyzed in that sense.
I'm gonna stay
It
in bed. I haven't
is.
got full energy.
It is mathematically analyzed, at least in real
Only
life.
to a certain extent.
like-
Not in the UK a lot of the time.
No,
In the
Oh,
UK,
interesting.
you don't do the weird thing that the Americans do, where you
Five-
can get like
15 life
25 life sentences.
plus 150 years.
Yeah, that's not how
Yeah.
it works.
No, I mean we don't do that either. We have a 25 maximum.
Souls was pointing out in the US, and he doesn't know about the UK, but I bet it's also true in the UK. If you do something illegal and then claim you were just but even if you were ordered to do it by your commanding officer and you do it, you're still legally responsible.
Yeah, I think it's accomplished to like in the US.
Definitely a good thing.
In the US is accomplished like it's conspiracy at least, even if like you can even be charged on both accounts. I think there's some things I've read about that, specifically in regards to terrorist attacks. I need wood.
All
was
crimes
the
are
one
bad.
Who knew?
Who took the wood?
Me.
Give me
I'll
the
put it
wood.
back.
Gimme. Just drop it. Just drop it. Just drop it.
Nah, I'm not put it back.
You jerk. I'll
So
be right
what was
back.
the killing monsters bundle we needed? It was
It's bats and
yeah, we got the bat stuff.
slimes,
Okay, we need
And
99 slime.
and the rest I don't remember.
Also, death penalty. Really bad idea.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah.
Achieves nothing, loses a lot.
And it's contingent on the notion that
Easy.
the penalty is a form of.
It's also
yeah.
not a deterrent.
Yeah.
It doesn't work very effectively as a deterrent.
Oh no, there's no evidence that actually reduces reoffending.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And of
Not
course,
a difficult discussion.
Unfortunately, like, yeah, no one disagrees here.
Unfortunately, no one disagrees.
I'll try for you. The only reason it doesn't discourage reoffending is because we kill him in namby-pamby ways. We need crucifixions on the Capitol Hill.
I think you're making a case against the death penalty when you say that.
I mean, the death penalty could be
Oh, sausages! I love it.
incredibly effective at reducing crime, and I probably still wouldn't support it because if you support the death penalty, you accept that it's okay to kill innocent people.
Yeah.
Because it will happen eventually, even if it's the most best system, it will happen eventually.
I think for me,
Technically speaking, if you have the death penalty, there's a 0% chance of reoffending. Actually, streamer.
Oh, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die.
Rehabilitation or punishment at CountCristo. I have a controversial justice take. I mean, first off, to answer that question, I think punishing criminals is basically pointless. But on a more controversial take, I think if someone breaks into your house, you shouldn't be allowed to violently attack them. Because being violently attacked is not a violently attacking is not a proportional response to theft.
I think that's how it works.
It is to burglary though. Yeah, I could profoundly disagree with you then.
Here in Portugal, you're not legally allowed to violently attack somebody who's stealing your stuff.
I don't think
Or
you should be
the
allowed
UK,
to what do you mean? You are allowed to.
No,
you're not.
You're not.
Yeah, proportionate
not in
force to
Portugal.
theft is no force.
There
You're allowed to use
was
proportionate force to the extent that you need to defend yourself,
yeah.
not your property.
Yeah, personal defense is a different thing. Yeah, but the U.S. is founded on basic.
There's absolutely no universe where if someone comes into my house, like I'm gonna like stand by and like watch them do whatever they want in my house.
So what's the alternative?
Years.
So what's the alternative?
You don't need to punch them.
The alternative is that the homeowner should be allowed to use reasonable force to protect himself and his property.
And you think that comes with on average, a better result for the homeowner?
That's a good point, especially.
The answer is no. It comes with a worse one because it means that burglars are dramatically more likely to be armed.
Yeah.
And if you get into a physical confrontation with a burglar, so the worst thing that can happen if you get burgled, if they're just trying to rob you, not attack you, is you get burgled. The worst thing that can happen is if you get in a fight with them, is you both die.
Well, how do you
Let's
know
go with the one that doesn't.
How do you know if someone breaks into your house that you know that? Well, what about your family?
You all leave.
Well, there's also other deterrents.
I just disagree with you. Like,
so do you disagree on principle, or do you disagree because you think your way has a better net outcome
I disagree
for the homeowner?
I disagree on principle here.
Okay, principles.
Like even if it has an
Principles are bad, just like that.
The homeowner should be allowed to make that choice.
Well, you're allowed to make the choice.
What has it worse? No, because it's not just the homeowner. So if you here's one of the ways I defend it on a policy ground. If you violently defend yourself, you heavily incentivize burglars to come armed.
Yeah, I think that's the fundamental aspect
for everyone.
Yeah.
And if you say they're not allowed to use force, you heavily incentivize burglars to just come at all.
Not really, because instead of attacking them, you call the police. And you have CCTV because you don't care about Big Brother.
You don't need to care about Big Brother.
And you have everyone's DNA on record, so you can catch them more easily.
Yeah.
They all have ankle bracelets.
No, I'm in for that.
No.
No, well,
not in a million years.
Only if we can have a decent demonstration that DNA crime stuff actually works, because there's a whole lot of junk science that goes into that.
Why would you want the government to have a database of the DNA though? It's just
make it easier to catch burglars, to reduce the need of people to attack their burglars. I don't know, basically because I think there's not much downside.
I think if we treat the reasons
the government
for
decides to,
What are you going to do with it?
Whatever they want with people's DNA.
What are they going to do with it that I'm not going to like?
Plant it places.
I think
Why would the government do that?
Because they don't like you.
Okay, so that they can be so much easy. There are so many easier ways than to screw with me than to plant my DNA at a crime scene.
Well, not ways that are
Also, a database
so,
of DNA
so
doesn't
clean.
have DNA in it. It's a
That's true.
computer file.
That's very true, actually.
Yeah, but how long is it going to be before we can synthesize?
Can I center the conversation though a little bit? Sorry.
Yeah, go for it.
I think the better way to fight the burglars is to treat the reasons why they become burglars in the first place.
Okay, that's
On average, we're talking on average, obviously.
I think that's true, but it's not unreasonable to want to have a plan for the few people who, in any society, because of the nature of societies, will still be doing it, even if you have a pre-utopian situation.
Well, it's not,
I think
you don't
I
need
think,
a
I think, that,
pre-utopian.
I think the problem with the whole burglar thing is that you assume that all burglars are rational actors.
That's true. Yeah.
I think a rational actor is more likely to hurt someone that attacks them than someone that doesn't attack them. And I think getting hurt is so much worse
That's a good
than
point.
being burgled that I would rather do everything I could to avoid the hurt than I would do something to avoid the burglary.
There's also another aspect, which is if you shout at people, like
No.
You shout.
if you shout at people,
burglars. It's true. If you shout at burglars,
yeah,
in the
they will
UK,
run away. Yeah,
99% of them would leave.
absolutely. Like the other day, what was that congressperson in the U.S. That also got?
I can't agree with you on this. I don't think.
I mean, it doesn't have to.
It's just the outcome of what you're saying is too perverse.
You don't have to punch them,
Okay,
is what I mean.
Let me phrase it a different way. Forget what you're allowed to do. If somebody broke into, I mean, I've had this happen. You know, if people break into my house while I'm there. So at my old house where I used to live with my parents and stuff, we have a gun cabinet. If I went and unlocked the gun cabinet, I think if someone told me the story that someone broke into their house and they went and unlocked the gun cabinet, I would think that was an evil person. Because to think that it's proportional to shoot somebody who's broken into your house is just horrifyingly evil.
Okay, I'm with you there, 100%.
So when you attack somebody, so how are you going to attack?
Yeah, but I feel like we're getting. I wouldn't like. You think about like someone being like attacking a burglar. I'm thinking more in terms of like physically blocking their way.
Okay.
And like you know.
Yeah, I
removing
think
them
physically
from
blocking
their
their way is
premises.
fairly. Yeah, that's fairly.
Yeah,
fine.
that's what I was saying.
I'm not meaning like someone like breaks into your house, so you grab a knife and start slashing at them. Like,
Yeah.
Obviously not. The force you use should be
Okay.
proportionate to the threat posed by the person.
Okay.
by the
Yeah,
person breaking in.
I'm much more in line with you there. Yeah, because I mean, as I say, if you make a burglar aware that you're there in any way by blocking their way or just simply by making noise, a huge proportion of them in the UK will leave. A lower proportion of them in America will leave because they're armed.
Yeah, and most
Because
homeowners
the
are.
homeowners
as well.
are armed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Well,
that's
not
why the
most,
burglars
actually,
are
not
armed.
most, but
I think to be fair, my approach, if I was living in the US, personal approach would be much different. Obviously, I don't know how.
oh yeah,
My
for
personal,
sure.
you know what my personal approach would be if I
How
was
I'd
living in
react,
the US?
how I'd react in that situation. But if I'm in the States, like I'm not like gonna like try and stop them at all. I don't think because like they probably have a gun. They're probably shoot me.
You know the
In the
one
UK,
correct answer.
I feel a
for
little
what
bit
you should
more like what?
do? Leave the states.
Well, yeah, obviously.
Well, if you can, that's also another thing. Like a lot of people
unless
can't.
You're actually destitute. Pretty much everybody can. I bet 95% of the population of the US.
Also, but one thing I would say, like getting a knife or a weapon or so on. There was a case in the UK fairly recently where a burglar broke into this guy's house, and he went and got a knife, and basically like, was it a knife or it was some kind of sharp implement, and he was like stood at one end of a corridor, and like the burglar was coming in and was like going towards him, and then like the burglar ended up being stabbed in like a melee. And then the guy was not prosecuted at all. It was considered like he'd acted like within the law because like
standing. He could have been. I mean, presumably said he
hadn't
been
been
attacked. Yeah, if the burglar attacks you first, you're allowed to attack back in a proportional way. And if someone punches you, that's assault.
But what I would say is that if someone breaks into your house, I don't think it's disproportionate to go and to arm yourself in some way.
But it is though. But that's like saying you should take a knife to school because you might get attacked and you need a knife. But having a knife makes you so much more likely to die. I'm in bed by the way.
Or a rifle.
Yeah, having a gun or a knife in a violent scenario dramatically increases the chance that you die. So it's
No,
just
I know,
not a
I
good
know,
idea.
I know, but human beings aren't rational actors, are they?
But they should. But the
Once
law,
you
to the
average
most
it
extent that
out,
it can should encourage that.
the thing
No,
is,
the law doesn't. Yeah, but okay, maybe the law.
Rational, self-interested decision making, like not arming yourself in a fight because it's more likely to make you die, is I think something that is very much in the law's purview.
in the what?
Law purview, like
Oh, in the
yes,
laws. But yeah, I
Yeah.
misunderstood.
who's not in bed?
I am not in bed. I'm still taking care of inventory management. You got time. But the thing is, like,
I'm very interested. Anyway, I didn't expect you to agree at all, but that's interesting. I think I thought you were saying something very different from what you were in terms of physically blocking and stuff. Yeah, no, I wouldn't disagree with that at all. I mean, I wouldn't.
yeah, because then
I
it's
don't
about
think
self-defense.
it might be sensible to use it.
I don't know. I think it depends on like the situation. Like, if you're someone who has kids in the house, I feel like you would react very differently if someone broke in than if you didn't have kids.
Well, I would be very keen not to escalate the situation, even more so.
Speaking of escalating,
Yeah.
I think this could be our last day. Or rather,
Oh, good point. It is 11, yeah.
it is 11 o'clock. For all of us, because we're all in the correct time
This
zone.
is such a good game for podcasting.
For
Yeah.
shooting the shizzles.
Exactly.
Ah.
There's an article about us in the local paper, guys.
There was?
Nice.
Must have been all because of the shooting and things that we were talking about.
Yeah, farmer shoots intruder in the back of the head.
Well, you don't need to water because you're
But like I remember
not
a
gonna
while
save.
ago. This was back when Cameron was in power over here, and like the Tories at the time wanted to change the law. Like at the moment, the law stands basically that like you're allowed to use like reasonable force to defend your house, which is basically the discretion of the courts and to decide what's reasonable and what's not.
Yeah.
I wanted to change the law to explicitly remove the reasonable part and like explicitly allow unreasonable force.
Well, that's the American
Defend-
situation,
defend the
basically,
house.
isn't it?
Yeah.
I like Zeph, by the way, because when I make a point and I make it well, I very frequently change his mind, and he's just explained why, which is that all the people he usually discusses this stuff with just don't make points well.
That's yeah.
It's
You don't need to
always
water.
satisfying.
You don't need to water. You're not gonna save the day.
What?
It's done. We're done.
You said this was our last day, which means we're gonna do this day.
No, I'm destroying
Why are you
everything.
killing the plants?
Murder, murder,
I guess this is gonna be the last day then.
murder all the plants, ruin the work. Anyway,
All
yeah.
right, well, if they come with a gun and you pretend to you intend to be a fascist anyway, they will only kill you if they come specifically to kill you. Yes.
Would you if someone broke in and they were like you could visibly see they were carrying a knife? Would you think it was
freak
reasonable
the
to have an arm?
fuck out?
Yeah, first measure of business.
Sorry, finish the question. Finish the question.
But would you then think it was reasonable for someone to arm themselves to the same in
Still,
response?
it still dramatically increases the chance that one or both of you dies.
Yeah, but I don't think that should be the tested law.
I don't know.
If
Don't you think the Lord's goal should be to reduce innocent people dying above innocent people using their rights? I feel like this is a rights versus outcomes thing where I'm going to heavily side with outcomes.
Very
So
unlike you.
let's say they have. I mean, let's say they have. It's game theory, right? You're looking at the What are the
Game
the
theory is a
desirable
lie. I don't believe in it.
Okay, here's the
outcomes?
one.
Not believe in
point.
game theory.
It's a
Here's the
lie.
one point I would make. Like, the law being the case that like you as a homeowner are allowed to defend your home. Most people probably wouldn't actually do it. They wouldn't have the courage, or they would have the good sense not to like try and have a fight with a burglar. But the idea that they could makes them feel safe. And making people feel safe is something that governments should try and do, whether or not their fears are rational or not.
So I'll stand with the maxim. It is more important that people are safe than feel safe. Because over a long enough period of time, the people that are not safe will not feel safe, and the people that are safe will feel safe.
And with
It will
that,
trend towards truth. I think feelings of safety will trend towards truth.
I'm gonna
And
need to
that
say
is a
goodbye.
great time to end the episode. Thank you for watching. feeling
Bye-bye.
trends towards truth that might be a bit utopian. Thank you for watching, everybody. Bye, YouTube.
Bye bye.